Hey, what's up, everybody? You're watching the Boba Squadron podcast live. We have finally made it to the end of The Acolyte, and tonight we will be doing a quick recap and our thoughts on the finale and the series as a whole, and of course, some new Star Wars SDCC exclusives that are just recently announced. So we'll be talking about those on tonight's episode of the Boba Squadron podcast live. So sit back, enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and we'll see you at the other end.
Hey Kevin, hey Paul, hey Ernie, hey Yoko.
Hello there, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano.
And you're tuned in to Boba Squadron.
And I can't wait to hear what you have to say on Boba Squadron.
This is the podcast you're looking for.
See you at the other end sounds weird. I'm going to change that. But everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. We talk about a lot of collectibles and toys here on the channel, and sometimes some cool shows and movies that we get some really great collectibles from. And I'm joined tonight by the Boba Squadron. This is the season finale of Star Wars The Acolyte, and it's been quite a ride, a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, and I'm excited that tonight we will have the whole squadron back tonight. So thank you for joining us. I hope you've been enjoying the show. If you have a second to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and we'll bring everyone back. But joining me tonight, the full squadron. Please make sure you follow them on all their social links and YouTube channels in the YouTube video description down below. Welcome back, Yoko, Paul, and Ernie. Friends. Hello.
Hello.
It's always like a solid 2 seconds when you guys come on and there's no sound. It's so strange.
I don't know the etiquette of who's supposed to go first.
That's
why are you worried about etiquette?
Yeah, since when was Yoko worried about etiquette?
I wasn't worried about etiquette.
There we go. Then well, we're back.
Yeah. I was just waiting for someone else to talk first.
That sounds like etiquette. Wow, everyone's rooms are really colorful tonight. Ernie is I don't know, in some sort of radioactive chamber. I think it almost looks fake.
Almost.
Is
it though? I would not fake this messiness.
That's crazy. Yoko is really red, and Paul's got the walls going. Paul Wall, one of my favorite rappers.
Hey, Paul Wall. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What it do? Boba Squadron last episode. I figured I'd get some bubble tea. Anybody else? Anyone in the chat?
No, I'm a loser.
I mean, yeah, but like, what does that have to do with the bubble tea?
Because I didn't get any.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to, but yeah.
You really wanted to, but none just showed up magically.
I only have one shop in town. And it's like all the way on the other side. No AC in the car. 110. There's only so much
Ernie,
my
I live
back
on an
can
island.
take. What?
I live
She
on an
swam
island.
to get her drink, Ernie. She swam. All she
You're
had
right.
was a floating piece of a tree, and I don't know, and the flippers. What are the ones that go on your feet? Those are flippers.
Flippers.
Yeah. But hey, we are happy to have Paul back. He's dude, we missed you, man. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
How are you? What have you been up to, man?
I'm good. There's been I've been working hard on this another TV series that I booked in Toronto that I've been working on, and then it just so happens that Miles's baseball team that I'm a coach on, we've had a lot of away games, and for whatever reason they've been on Tuesday nights, and so if I'm working and then the games are in the evening because they're older, so I just don't get a chance to sort of hop on the stream because I'm coaching third base. So the last couple of weeks it's been weird not being able to stream with you guys on Tuesdays, but it's nice to be back for tonight for the season finale of The Acolyte. And boy, oh boy, I can see from the chats already there's lots of furious discussion going on there. So
I wouldn't be surprised if you jumped right into the ending right now because just to catch up.
Yeah. So when we saw,
oh no, stop.
What? You said to jump to the end. I mean, why not? Let's just start right from the best part.
Yeah, let's work backwards tonight from the
yes,
last
right.
scene to Yeah. Well,
First
we
of all,
want to get your
spoiler
thoughts.
alert. For
Spoiler
those
is-
of you who are planning on watching The Acolyte episode 8, this is fair warning. This is literally a recap show of that episode.
True.
So
very true. But I want to hear your thoughts on some of the, just quickly later on some of the episodes that from the previous weeks.
Yeah,
maybe
starting
some of
from
the
the
high.
end.
Nope, that's not what previous
the
means.
one Venestra. Because you knew
Vernestro.
Venestro.
I just type Vern because on my phone just keeps auto correcting to I don't know what. So
Right.
my phone, the shortcuts are Vern Vernestra, AOL for Sol because it automatically auto AOL, which is completely like it's not relevant. When was the last time anyone typed AOL?
Right.
But yeah, thanks Apple. Yoko, what
People
have you
still
been-
have AOL addresses.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, I don't know
with
if it's
all caps.
fair. I don't know, but
Strange. But your hair looks great after you swam to get
Yeah.
your
Thank you.
bubble tea and came back.
yeah, only
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sith can do that.
What have you been up to?
Embracing my dark side. That's about it.
Okay, cool.
I was waiting too. Wow.
Taking up a lot of my time, what have I been up to? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Getting ready for Comic-Con next week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone who's watching the channel now didn't see on Instagram or anything, I applied for press access for San Diego Comic-Con and it was finally approved last week. Pretty sure it was not my fault that it took so long. I'm like 97% sure it wasn't my fault. But we'll now have full access to all 5 days of the con, including preview night. So there's going to be a lot of toy updates, posts, videos, interviews, vlogs for the channel. So if you're here, new here, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. There might be live streams from there, new videos, everything like that. So looking forward to that. Ernie, what about you, man? What's new with you?
Yeah, I didn't get a press pass.
Again,
gotta
you
apply
have to
then.
you got to do
Did
stuff.
you apply?
Things
Oh,
don't
I
just-
did.
Things don't just
Oh.
appear.
I
Usually,
emailed them with my AOL and told them, "Hey, I want to go press," and then I didn't hear anything. So
It just says I want to press.
yeah, I want to go on press. That's what I said, and then nothing happened. Yeah, so here I am.
Here we are.
Here we are
Here we are.
in the
Well,
Matrix. Yeah.
There's toy news wise, there hasn't been much. Well, Paul, it's been a few weeks
Yeah.
again. Did you get any pickups? I know you've been streaming on Saturdays the last few weeks. Last week I didn't get a chance to tune in, but have you gotten any new pickups, Star Wars things recently?
Yes, I have. I got a bunch of hot toys.
I was gonna say, do we have
came
time
in.
tonight?
Yeah, no, I had a bunch. I had like 6 come in.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, all at once. It was just like I got the. What are you doing for my wife? And I was like, on legit, they were pre-orders from like last year, and for whatever reason, they all just charged and went through. I got the Clone Trooper, the Chrome Commander Cody clone, which was actually quite fast. That one they just dropped that.
Wow.
The pre-sale for that like a month ago when they came in. So I got those, and in the meantime too, I finally unboxed this chopper. This cool chopper that he just
Nice.
that's a
I
fun
think
one.
I think I was on
Yeah.
with you for that one.
You can talk to it and it responds. He responds. Yes. So clap your hands at him and stuff. And you can tickle him actually. If you flip him over and onto his back and you go, "Blah, blah, blah," he laughs. Come on. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh no. Yeah.
Very
I know.
nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Anyways.
Did you get the Padme episode 2 Padme? I think I saw RMD, his waitlist got converted and he got his in.
Yes. Yes, I did. With the Padme in the white suit.
Yeah.
the white outfit. Yep. So I've got that. I got the Obi-Wan Kenobi Vader, the Death Star background, Stormtrooper and the Death Trooper. Those
Wow.
came in. They're all in boxes staring at me in the corner. Been very busy. Been very, very busy.
Haunting you
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
ghost of Brendock. Awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. Yoko, did you get anything new recently?
Oh shit.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No.
Or is it more?
There is something.
Ah, another Hot Toys jumped up and bit me.
No, really cool. I forgot. I got sent these custom from Bull Airs. These custom Carson Teva.
Oh, you got them.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
they came in.
Damn. I don't even
Yep.
want to see my face. Hold on.
they look
I
so
did- Oh
awesome.
my gosh. Yeah. So these are from Bull Airs. Tom Bullman. He reached out. I bought a pair of Avatar decorated Air Force Ones and or Air Jordans. And he was like, "Hey, are you who I think you are?" I was like, "Yeah." So he said, I love Carson Teva. I'd love to design a pair of sneakers for you." And I said, "Absolutely, I would love that." And so these just came. I love them.
Oh
They're
my
so
God.
cool. The top is based on Carson Teva's helmet design. There's a New Republic logo. What's really cool is like all the little details.
Is there a
right?
mic?
Like, yes, there's a little
oh
microphone
my god. It's
right there.
That's insane.
Really cool things. Just like, you know, this fabric is just like the flak jacket material. I mean, that's the way it is. This is the chest box life support
Wow.
system, and it's like inscripted here is stand against tyranny, which is really, really cool.
Wow.
What's even cooler too, like these are the ejection harness straps, but what's really cool is, and I didn't realize this until Tom told me to do this. So inside there's the insole, right? And you see that and you go, "Oh, it's Bull Airs. That's really cool." He said,
Yeah.
pull it out and see what's on it." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So if you pull out the insole,
So he's customizing every. Whoa!
that's the insole.
Sick.
So, yeah. So he's done that.
I'm bringing us back
That's
on.
really dope. It's yeah. So these are definitely, I'm gonna wear these to cons. Every con I go to. We got this pair here, and they also I bought.
I bet Carson Teva could really walk fast down some hallways in those.
I could. He could move.
Look at
And these are the
those.
Airbender
You guys
ones.
get that reference, right?
Yes. The
Okay.
the hastened. I gotta go find a free vacant washroom walk. Yes, we know you.
Just making sure.
Those
Those
are
are
awesome.
also very cool.
Okay. Anyways, so forgiveness. I forgot. These are so cool because they were sent to me.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can't
sick, dude.
imagine. Like, look at all the detail he put in every section
Right.
of it,
Yeah.
including the insert. That's
Right.
It's
They
incredible
both have
work.
I was
microphones.
surprised that you said you're going to actually wear them.
Yeah, they're meant to be worn. It's like toys are meant to be played
Yeah,
with.
but I thought maybe you wouldn't.
No, I'll wear these to cons,
Yeah.
but just to cons,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I won't wear these on the street, or these are
Yeah.
these are my special dress-up shoes.
Right.
Right.
You're gonna be one of those shoe guys with like a special case. You wheel into the con. Let me switch my
Right.
indoor shoes on.
Right.
I
Like
think
the-
you'd have to. That's dope.
Kids
Though.
at daycare. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
it
take care of
rains,
those.
if it rains, you have to wear the shower cap. Put the shower cap over the shoe and go outside. If you, all sorts of stuff you need to do.
I'm with you, Kev. Only inside. You got to change them
Yeah.
when you're at the table.
Yeah, hundo P, as the kids say.
Kids say that?
Still,
I don't know. I say that, and I say the kids say it. So I sound cool.
Hundo P? I've never heard that in my life.
No cap.
I've heard it.
Is that to
On set,
reference
They use it all the time. No cap. That's the Riz.
Hondo?
I guess
Even
I've
if
heard
you-
all those. But Hundo
Wait,
P?
is this what you're
Yeah.
picking up from the third baseline?
No, man. That's total Sigma behavior.
Oh my god!
Got the Riz and the drip. And it's straight up fire.
Wow.
It slaps. Don't make me yeet you.
That's Yoko's
You-
line. Yeah, those shoes are awesome. Oh, Avatar. Speaking of Avatar, I was doing a charity basketball game on the weekend, and Gordon, who plays Aang, the Avatar, was there, and he's so nice. He's so cool.
Yeah.
And he was doing some doing some moves on the court, and he looked like he had a lot of fun at the event. So I got to chat with him very briefly, but
Very cool.
he's fantastic. Yoko, did you have any pickups?
I did not.
Ernie?
Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Got
speed
mine.
helmet. Did I talk about that?
You wore it on Enablers on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wear it yet. My hair's too fabulous.
Yeah, you can't. You're going to end up looking like Chimere hair. Sorry, Ernie, did you have anything?
Is she gonna show the helmet? No, that's it. Just you got a
No.
helmet. All right.
Go watch Enablers.
All right. No, I did not.
Nothing, huh?
No. Gotta save that Comic-Con money, guy.
That's a very valid point. Last
Yeah.
week, did I show these last week? I know I showed them on Enablers, but I did a trade with Diggs Figs and I got these for Vintage Collection Clone Troopers, Arc
Nice.
Troopers.
Nice.
They're beautiful. Got
Yeah.
a very colorful. Cards are nice. But yeah. All right. Well, let's say what's up to the chat real quick because we're finally back and in full power. And I'm glad to see everyone here, including the chat. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We're going to get into some Star Wars SDCC exclusives and then the season finale of Star Wars The Acolyte. And is it a season finale? Will there be a season 2? Is it a series finale? We will discuss. But thank you for tuning in. If you have a second, please leave a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you're enjoying this stream and us. And makes me feel nice. And hopefully YouTube's like, hey, that guy's having fun. Maybe other people will.
Feel nice.
Makes me feel nice. I mean, that's keeping it hundo P with y'all. Did I use that right, Paulie?
Yeah, man, that slaps.
Hundo P is I don't know. There's a quick P joke in there somewhere.
100%.
We have Aaron S in the chat. Matt Logic 44. Thanks for being a channel member. We have channel member Win or Lose. I think there's a lot of new channel members. There was a series of gifting going on last week. It was a lot of fun. And again, you can be a channel member too. It gives you access to the emojis that we have in the chat. There's going to be more content coming out for YouTube as well as Patreon, and of course everything, the channel memberships, the super chats. If you want your comments read on screen or questions read on screen, all of those will be going towards new equipment for the channel. San Diego Comic-Con, the new camera is on hand, and thank everyone who has been supportive of that and put in towards that camera. It's got some really good footage and it's going to look awesome for Comic-Con. So thank you all. Aaron S, of course, channel member Win or Lose is here. Tommy K, what's up, Tommy? Too bad you guys couldn't play softball tonight because there's crazy rains and things got flooded. We have Richard Reyes here. Go check him out on Instagram. He recently did some illustrations of the Enablers, Yoko included, of course, as the X-Men. And it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Go check him out if you need some commissions, artwork. Definitely give him a follow. New name in the chat, Aaron Feder Oridith. Bad Wolf Media is here. Channel member says, Happy Acolyte Day. I can't believe that wicked cameo at the end. Who knew Carson Teva was around 150 years before Mando stuff? Yep, there it is. Spoiled it. We went right to the end of the episode. Great. Angela Lee's. Not your for once. Angela Lee, thank you for being a channel member and tuning in. Says, hey, everyone. Hope you are all doing good. Keep missing the live stream and had to watch the replay. The ending was very interesting and a little surprising. Yes, absolutely. I agree. We're going to get to that. But also, thank you for catching us live, but also on replays in previous weeks. Paul waves hello.
That's my sister.
It sure is.
She's here even when you're not.
Yeah, that's good support.
She's got to. He sent a representative. That happens.
That was supposed to sound like less sassy and more like appreciative. It came out wrong.
No, it
came out really sassy.
It sounded sassy, and then I tried to save it by saying, that's the right thing. And then you brought it back.
That made it more sassy.
Because I realized how it sounded.
And then, just double down.
What? No.
Thanks, Angela, for being here.
Thank you, Ernie.
Thank you. Even though your brother can't be, I'm glad you are. Even when he's not here, you are. Thank you. Thank you.
My God. Oh boy, and we're back, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We are
too. We're
back.
It's not like I'm out there having a raging kegger or something like that with all the other kids.
On third base.
Boba Squadron?
Yeah, on
Come
third
on.
base.
He's like,
Come on,
Angela's
mate.
got it. Round third, go home. Take a look. Take a
Yeah.
look.
Go home.
Send him. No, stop. Come back. Ah, he's out. Forget it. I'm done.
It's like, I quit. Angela's gonna coach for me too. Yeah, thank you for being a channel member. We have Daniel Sertle. What's up, man? We have channel member RMD Collective, who we're gonna catch up with in San Diego. Says hello there. Shout out to the homie Boba 20. Yes,
The homie.
he's always here. So is Mackerson watching over on Twitch. We have Bitter Vader 74. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you again. Adam is here. Says Ernie, read our whole chat we just had to everyone. Oh
I
boy,
can't.
he
But I
can't.
love you. Oh yeah, I can't. That's
If
what I like
Adam
that.
says anything in my chat, I know it's like to start trouble.
I know Adam blessed us with
I
his
know.
presence.
Yeah.
I did. As
Yeah.
soon as the episode was over, we were talking about it.
Mm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We have John Carmen, channel member, says hello, angry nerds. That's a cool like Angry Birds, but they're all nerds. I like that.
I like it.
that.
I'm into it.
Hell yeah. Oh, Aaron S actually got Boba tonight. I love it. Ernie's in
nice.
the you're in the Matrix. That's where I know you from.
Yeah.
Cole from Micro Galaxy Squadron is here. Kevin Romero, what's going on? RMD Collective and John Takis has to work, but thanks for watching through Facebook. Tenio Toys is here. We're gonna hang out in San Diego as well. Wait, did Kev buy tickets and get the press pass? I did. I think you're supposed to get a refund on the regular tickets. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's too late because it took so long. Again, not my fault at all. But I don't know how that works. But thank you. Bruce Bryan, Rocky Manzo says congrats on the press pass. Thank you. All I have is a well, there will be lots of Filipinos representing out there. 1-6 Shooter says tickle me chopper. What's going on, Trevor? Yoko?
It's good to see you, Trevor. Thanks for coming back.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks, but thanks for coming back.
Tenio says Paul has to step on his face wearing those shoes, really grinding it into those insoles. Shelf presence, thank you for being a channel member. Thank you for tuning in. Embrace the dark side. Diggs figs. Are we just ignoring the fact that Ernie got a fig before Paul?
Comic-Con exclusive.
Do you have it there?
I don't personally have mine yet, but
He has a picture of.
What the hell is that? Oh my
that's
god.
a Cranatum. It's a Chamba drawing
Okay.
of Adam and I. And
Oh, that's awesome.
it actually got made into a figure by Brandon Gash. He's a sculptor of toys and works for different companies.
Sculptor
And,
of toys sounds classier than toy sculptor somehow.
Yeah.
Sculptor
Well,
of toys.
Just putting it up there. And he was inspired by Chamba's drawing and made a figure of
That's amazing.
Adam and
he
myself. So
physically
they'll be at Comic-Con.
printed and painted them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I fucking
I,
hate Hasbro so hard right now.
Oh my god.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait till
That's amazing.
see, Paul.
That's the original
That's
artwork
awesome,
and then the
dude.
3D.
There's the drawing.
That guy playing with myself in the chat, that's him in the belly.
That's awesome.
That's Adam.
I was there for the origin of this too. I'm gonna be real.
amazing.
I'm gonna be real sassy if I don't get one.
Oh, you got the he's
Because
got
you
the
were
Storm
there?
Shadow T-shirt on and everything.
The
What do you
Red
think?
Crocs.
Oh my god! In sport mode or is it in leisure mode?
It's in sport.
Oh, the Boba Fett
Boba Fett cane,
Cane.
walking stick.
Cane.
Walker.
My cane. Yes.
You got the Fett chonies on.
Yes.
That's
and then
brilliant.
Adam is inside of me with his onion rings.
Whoa.
What happened?
And where did
And-
onion rings come from?
Well, it's a story for another day, Yoko, but yes,
Oh,
there's
the,
onion
the
rings.
Fetchoni
Always
have the
onion
keyhole
rings.
in them too.
The
But
prison wallet.
yeah, I mean,
That's not what a prison wallet is.
you have to, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon sculpted the actual prison wallet. All right, moving on. Too much zoom in on Ernie's fictitious underwear. Fictitious in the sense that it's a drawing, not that he doesn't have any real ones.
I wear chonies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
Not-
fake. Yeah.
No,
Kirby-
don't worry.
Kirby Kai is here. You don't have to defend that you wear underwear, Ernie. It's so strange.
Okay.
He's like, believe me,
Well-
please. Kirby Kai just binged the last 3 episodes before hopping in. Let us know what you think after watching them consecutively. Thank you for being a channel member. Blake Griggs is watching through Facebook. Jordan Backer is here. Owen Smith. A lot of names going through. And I think we're caught up. Thank you for being here. Yoko, I heard an intake. Did you have a...
Oh, I had like this whole thing go through my head. Jordan is was my first introduction to Boba Fett fans, actually, and his name was the Joba Fett back on the Funko boards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it just made me laugh thinking about. I was laughing thinking about Boba Fett.
I hear when messages and comments are about to come up. But yes, we're we're gonna meet up in San Diego in approximately just over a week's time, and there have been some reveals so far, but something that we pretty much all collect here. Oh, Paul, Yoko has been ripping some Micro Galaxy Squadron the last few weeks. What did you open? What did you open, Yoko?
Yeah. Check this out.
Nice.
I was Diggs Figs sent it
Yeah.
to me specifically
To open.
in front of Ernie
To
on
make
the
him cry.
Chronicles. Yeah,
Messed up,
Yeah.
dude.
those were
No,
the
he seems like a nice guy to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diggs Figs, for the trade.
Awesome. Yeah.
So he said
And-
I put Grievous away, so I can't get him easily. But
Oh.
it's on my shelf over there. But the Grievous,
Which Grievous? The one in the ship or
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
spinning wheel?
The ship.
yeah,
No, the ship, the
rare one.
exclusive.
The rare, yeah.
Did you need one of those, Ernie?
A what?
He doesn't-
The General
Sabine?
Grievous.
No,
the General Grievous.
no, I do not.
Ernie's-
But it's the
Ernie's
whole
a
fact
clout
that
chaser. He doesn't collect Micro Galaxy Squadron.
right.
He just wants the $5 Ross Sabine.
He just
Heck
wants
heck
the thrill.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
It's very
a
Asian of
case.
you.
Yeah.
You want it because it's a good deal. Like you can't pass
Yes.
it up.
That's why
Otherwise,
everybody
yeah.
tries to keep me out of Ross. But yes, I
keeping
want
you
one
out of
for
Ross?
the fact of finding it.
Who's
I,
keeping?
I, I don't know, Ernie. I don't get the sense you want it enough, though. Maybe
Mm.
that's why
Oh.
the universe hasn't given it to you.
Yeah. What are you
I
going to do for it?
Plenty. So now this has turned into a thing because the Grievous was also sent to Yoko. Like, oh,
Mhm.
open this
Yeah.
in front of Ernie too. Here's another
Yeah,
chase.
it's become a thing. Yeah. Don't worry, no
Yes.
one sent me anything for this week, Ernie. So
Oh, we still have tomorrow. So
Shout outs to lead designer in the chat. Good to see you. And Hack is back.
Hack is back.
Hack is back. That's a T-shirt. I like it.
Wait, put Trevor's comment back up.
I've been looking forever for that Sabine tie, and now people are finding them at Ross.
You even like Rebels, Trevor? Go watch Empire again. Sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
This is so unnecessary. He said he liked it. All right. But yes, Micro Galaxy Squadron. It's crazy. It's only a week from San Diego, and Jazzwares waited until or chose today. Very close to the con to reveal some of their convention exclusives. There was AEW, Squishmallows, a Hello Kitty, some Pokemon figures, but pertaining to our interests, there was revealed on comicbook.com the
That's
Micro
so
Galaxy
awesome.
Squadron 2-pack X-Wing and TIE Fighter game console. With I don't even know how big would this box be if it's two of
Well,
those ships?
The ships are pretty small in and of themselves. So
right.
I would say the same size as probably the box that the Razor Crest came in. Like nothing huge,
Okay.
like the Ghost or the ATTE or whatever, but it was like the same size as maybe a little bit smaller than the shuttle. or the what's it called? The other what's the other one? Damn it. The Marauder, Havoc Marauder, maybe, right? Like this, probably like this. The box itself, the design looks great. Like I love that. I love the video game style of it.
Yeah.
Like the old one-up, coin-op. You've got, those little details make it so pretty.
Yeah, the arcade. Oh, okay.
There you go.
A TIE fighter and a not comparable ship, I guess, other than size. But thank you, Yoko.
I was trying. I didn't realize it was right there.
That was a great comparison, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone in the comments said it's got like a Tron like paint job, right? You have the black and green details on the TIE fighter, and a lot of the things on the X-wing. There's like red paint lines on here too.
That's so funny because this is a real game.
Yeah, is it?
Yes. So the green TIE fighters having it like that on the side was from the game. It's an old Atari.
Oh damn!
Classic arcade up.
Yeah.
The one. So it's very cool. Yes.
It was like with the two handles on the side of a box. Basically, you could rotate it.
Yeah.
And flip up and down. Right.
It was my favorite all the time of going to go see my family in Vegas because we would stop at Whiskey Pete's, was on State Line, and of course, you can't go in the casino as a kid, but they had an arcade. And that is where I knew where Star Wars was. And so it's a stand-up, but that control face. Arcade 1-Up has done one of it, and it's really cool. But that was the thing, was run and find something to stand on. And like if you were flying, and oh God, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So this has lots of nostalgia. So it's awesome.
Cole says, I did 100% confirm electronics and lighting in the package.
That's awesome.
What? Okay.
You have to keep the box. You have to keep the box.
So this is not an opener,
Keeping it, Ernie.
right? Okay, because
the ships themselves are like they're repaints anyways. Like you have these ships, but they look way better in the box. Like look, there's specifically there's a blue light in there, like a black light, to get it to sort of pop like that. And you see if the other photograph, it's just like it's one's green and the other one's the X-wing is red and blue. But they're not nearly as exciting as they are displayed in the box, right? So
right, because
if it has like that, I hope it has the arcade sounds, because then this makes it. I mean, the price is a little bit whoa, but I'm sure once you see it in hand, everybody's going to be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Everybody
always complains about the cost of the exclusives until they run out, and then when you see the resale. People go, wow, damn, that was really cheap getting. You only got it for $100? It's on sale for like triple that now.
Right. Yeah, because I was curious, like, how does this make it $100? But, now that Cole's saying there's lights and sounds in the packaging, it makes a little more sense, right? Because these ships on their own would be a little bit cheaper, but with the packaging, it makes sense. Hopefully it does more stuff.
But what if the packaging isn't like flimsy cardboard, but it's like
I don't think so, Paul. I think you're right. Because if you look at it, there's actually an on-off button on it.
Yeah. And the buttons look like you can actually depress them and whatnot. So it might be like a plastic. Like something that's very, very hardy, that's very rigid.
Yeah.
Looks cool, man. Looks cool. So Kevin, can you get me like 6 of those? I'll pay you back.
600?
Yeah. I'll pay you back. I know I'm good for it.
Yeah.
I'll send one to a bunch of people except for Ernie, and then everybody can open them.
Opening party.
Yeah. So one for Yoko, one for you, one for me. That's 3. And then, one to keep in the box. And we'll send one to somebody random. And then,
a rando.
Yeah. And then we can all open them together and have Ernie watch.
We're gonna lose this. Come on, Kevin is old enough to have played this arcade. Nope, never seen it in my life. Never seen it.
So much fun.
Kevin was posting so fast he let IG crop. So this photo is square from comicbook.com, and this photo is like landscape, rectangular. So you can't do 2 different crops on Instagram. So Yeah, it's crazy. I made the right sacrifice. Okay, just like Master Soul did. Okay, do I deserve to
You,
die?
Now look who's
you
skipping.
could have squared it up. You could have added it.
In another app? That's
Yeah.
madness. That is, come on.
Hmm.
Companies that do this, maybe they don't know that, like, maybe it's for like website purposes, but people, like, when there's a new Mafex figure released, they have like one photo that's super thin and narrow and vertical for the figure, and then they'll have like a wide shot, or they'll do or wide of like 3 different poses, and it's just bonkers. I can't get into another app and do that and clog up my phone. Insane.
It takes 2 seconds.
It's crazy talk. I want the least number of clicks possible. John Carmen says, I'll unbox it while Ernie watches, and I will show buns.
Thank you.
Guys, there was
We
stuff
know
in
what
the
we know what he does with his mechanics, so let's just leave that one alone.
Oh my god. Dude, that was I forgot about that until now. That was insane. I remember telling my wife, and she was like, "What?"
Go watch Enablers.
Go watch Enablers. Thank you.
A lot of inside baseball here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate for this show.
It's not appropriate for this show?
Yeah.
Speaking of being appropriate, Paul, one of the weeks you weren't here, the official Star Wars account showed up in our chat.
Yeah, I heard about that.
YouTube account. It was crazy.
Yeah. That's me. Did they come back ever?
No.
Nope.
They're like,
Because they couldn't be cool about it.
Oh, everybody in the chat lost their shit, and then
No, these two.
oh
Yeah, and
You
then I
guys
kept
lost
Sorry,
sending them.
one I was trying to point to Ernie once, not you twice, Kev.
Yeah, I was. Then I kept showing up in their DMs and invited them to like everything, and so yeah,
they're like, you want to come on my show?
didn't work.
Star Wars?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Hmm.
I even sent them a picture like this, and I thought this would work. I was like, "See,
is that
Hey,
why they
Reels.
blocked me?
That's my case, Kev.
probably it is. It's now mine. You said I could keep it. I'm not
They're
bringing
like,
it next
I like the
weekend."
photo, but the case is neat. Can I have that? Ernie said no. It belongs to my friend's collection. And wait, you haven't gotten a frame for that yet?
It's just
This is
there.
it.
Bro, it's
Because if I
Prime
put
Day.
this in a frame and I put it up, like, no, this is keeping it
What
like
does that
sealed.
sentence mean? Frames are sealed.
It's not going to get dusty.
Frames
The
prevent dust.
autograph won't get messed up.
Same
Sorry.
thing.
Speaking of authentic, here's the thing.
Fits in my
I-
pillowcase.
I was on eBay looking for certain things, and I came across there was an authenticated autograph of mine. Apparently, it had a COA of it, and it's not my signature. It's not my writing at all. And they're
No.
like charging. Yeah, they're like charging $120 for it. It's on
Earning
this
good
card.
thought.
They say that I've signed it, and I'm looking at going, that's not my signature. Like it's close, but I can tell somebody has tried to copy my signature.
Yeah.
But it's
Didn't
not.
have the
And the
crooked
thing
P.
that gets me is they have a COA right beside it, but they have the handwriting, which is supposed to be mine, saying what it is, and it's like that's not my handwriting at all. It's
Oh.
really,
What do
really
you
weird,
think
and I don't
about
know what to do about it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
it
next
was not-
subject.
What's that?
Next subject.
Next-
I'm just kidding.
Sellers
I did
from
not try and copy your
California.
handwriting.
I see.
He's all. It just goes under the initials EV seller. That's all. I don't know who it is. Yeah.
It has California local pickup at the churro boba tea shop. That's weird.
That sucks. What's the item? Can you say or no?
Well, let me find it. Hold on a second, because I was just like, "What?" And it's a little bit unsettling. But
Yeah.
Gosh, it's underpants.
Can't trust the internet at all, these guys.
Those are my. That's not my brand.
That is so crazy, and that's just such a crazy thing for you, right? Because like,
yeah. Well, but it's that
That's not
it's,
me.
it just
What does
goes
that
to
mean,
show you as well, like the certificate of authenticity isn't
It's
all what it's cracked up to be.
means nothing.
And it's like I've had like scalpers come and they take pictures of me signing it like at the airport for example, and I kind of go, well, I appreciate that hustle. It's like you waited for me at the airport. It's like, how do you know? And say, well, we follow your Instagram, your socials, and whenever you post about going someplace, like they're able to sort of guess. And they stake out the airport, and I'm like, okay, I respect that hustle. Like, if you're gonna do that and camp out, and you find me, that's fine. But
are you then more like, okay, you know what, you've earned this, I'll sign that for you, pal?
yeah, like as long as they're respectful and did
Right.
fast, and I don't care. I mean, if they want to, if they can make money, and I asked one guy, I said, so how much do you make off of these? And he does it for another company. He says he makes $10 per autograph. I'm like, okay,
All right. That's crazy. Brent W is in the chat. Thank you for being here. While you look that up, Paul, I'm going to pull this up, this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. We did an unboxing of some Star Wars Unlimited booster starter decks a few months ago, the ones that we got from New York. But there is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I think it's a case and 6 cards with a whole bunch of dark side Sith-like characters. Wait, I forgot.
Or no?
No, it's this is Fantasy Flight Games. They're making this card game. Wait, Yoko, I forgot. Are you in for the Micro Galaxy Squadron?
Oh no, I don't think so. I think it's a cool exclusive, but not for me.
It is. I might have to decide on the spot. Ernie, you going to line up for this?
I don't know if when Adam goes to the con,
Is Adam not a real person?
Right. If I'm positioned above them again, I'm going to bring some fishing line and see what I can do.
Oh, and he's going to lower you down like Mission Impossible style?
Yeah. And then I'll see what I come up with.
It's like, why is Ernie whispering toast? Toast.
I don't know, man. I'm with you. Like, I have my top 3 and such a low budget that I was like, I saw this and I was like, oh my God, so cool. Like you were talking the arcade and the memories, but I don't know. I feel like you, because it may have to be one of those, you see it at the show in hand. You're like, how can I not get this?
If you're there, you get in line and
Well,
you
I
get
was
one
say, what
in
were their
hand.
lines like last year?
Oh, they were really good.
Oh yeah, then I have no chance. Yeah.
They were good though. They moved.
Every time I walk by, they they give out the tickets to line up for your time slot, and they were always sold out. There's always a guy with the big
sold out, you think?
With
I
the
don't
big
remember
sign,
that.
like line is capped, come back later kind of deal.
Ernie, you probably walked by it when it was all done.
No, I went and got lots of snacks. So every time that I went by, it was a line, but I mean, they kept it moving. And then I feel that the stopping was pre to that. It didn't get crazy out of control, but like I always send them open.
You had to line up first thing to get a ticket to come back to get it, right? Is that what you're saying, Kev?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'm saying, my bad. I'm just going to stop talking because I didn't know there was a line. Oops.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, that's moving along really well. So, yeah. Can you pass me another sandwich?
It's called stalking. Yeah, stalking. It's a grind. If you can monetize stalking, then that's a hustle now. There's tiers, right? If you're not doing it just for fun and for the kicks of it, that's stalking. If you can get paid, that's a job. These Star Wars Unlimited cards, I think the chat said, or the comment said, it's $100 also. So
for that,
it might be tough because apparently they're legendaries and 4 of them are unreleased or something like that. But this is my favorite one. This guy said convention exclusive, great. What about the rest of the world? Definitely exclusive and not inclusive.
Wow,
I've never heard of convention inclusives before. That was great. I mean, I'm sure they're inclusive to who they sell to.
I saw it's funny today. I think D20 or Lorcana announced their like special cards for D23 Expo 2 today.
Okay.
And it's like the same kind of comments, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ernie had a VIP. Ernie was literally eating Jazzware sandwiches.
Yes, I was. It was such a good time.
Ernie, what are you here for?
At the top.
There's sandwiches.
Me.
Mhm.
All right, Paul. What is this thing here?
So that's one of them. So the big signifier for me is the P is it's close, but it's not quite it, and the A, the middle part is off, right?
Mm.
I was
And
gonna say
also the
that.
L at the end for the Lee, that's not mine. It's not the way I do
It's
it.
too much of a 90-degree L.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too much. And then the
Not that I've
Captain
studied it.
Carson Teva, that's
Mhm.
not my handwriting at all.
Should you be
So-
teaching people how to properly forge your
Oh, no, I mean, I'm just saying that certificate of authenticity
Yeah.
is full of shit, first of all.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that's there where I wrote they have a quote that I supposedly wrote. That's
Second
not
link?
my handwriting again. So if you see this, let people know, hey, it's not worth that
It's
much
so
money,
Crazy.
but it's like that's not my signature.
And that seller has 100% positive feedback too.
Yeah. Like I
Wow.
feel like contacting them.
You
Oh,
have to
I
be able
should
to-
contact them.
You have
and
to
say,
be able
I
to
don't know-
report this, dude.
Well, whoever this JSA thing is, they're full of shit.
That's what I was gonna
Um,
say. Like, exactly who is that? Because I've never heard of
Yeah.
JSA.
Verify the certification by visiting spenceloa.com. Oh, someone's gonna visit, all right.
Yeah. So I just don't have time right now.
Next time, ask one of your stalkers to do it. They're like, hey, by the way, could you do me a solid?
See, there's
Uh,
one where it says I served during all. That's it. That's not my handwriting. That's not mine.
And it's spelled
It's like-
wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be 2 A's? That's right, isn't it?
Oh, I guess so. It's just it looks like Alderaw.
I served during Alderaan. That's what they put.
Right.
Yeah, that's. Oh
Well,
wow.
even the E in Teva is all wrong. Like I don't do my E's like that.
Shh, you're okay.
Right.
You're giving away too
Okay,
much. I'm
I
gonna-
swear to God, this isn't me.
Shutting this down.
I swear to God, it's not me. That looks like an E that I write.
Right.
I swear to God, that isn't me.
Someone's trying to
Ernie,
say
can you
your
write your name on this piece of paper right
Yeah.
now? for everyone?
And it matches up just totally different. Like, oh God, this is so awkward. I swear to God. though.
JSA is a reputable certification company, says Tommy
Is
K.
it? I've
Well,
never heard that.
They got it all wrong there. It's not my autograph. And I don't know what they're basing it on, but
Can-
I didn't do that.
Can
Tommy says
that be
enhance.
forged too, though? That certificate?
Possibly.
What if it's just for something else?
That looks like something you find in a hotel room.
Can you look that number up? Is that what Tommy was saying earlier? Can you look that number up? That looks like a thing you find in a hotel room.
It does look it. Like,
It does look dated. It looks like
Oh wait, the number is the same in the authentication. AU 382
8285.
82.
The other one's
this was
8284.
84. Sorry.
Yeah.
83.
All right. Tommy is on the case.
that's crazy.
I just wonder if that can be forged too, you know? Like if it's really
Yeah.
JSA or did someone forge that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. One more thing. One last thing. San Diego Comic-Con announcement that just was announced.
More?
Yoko, you're gonna lead it on this one.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my. Your
Ooh.
Majesty. What, is that the armorer in our what?
I don't know what that is.
She's gonna be there.
This is Allison, owner and designer of Rock Love. She designs every single piece. She's awesome. But we have a little thing called Lightsaber Workshop that we are debuting at Comic-Con. It'll launch online too that week as well on Thursday. There's a full video on YouTube actually as well, like a 4-minute video, not that much longer. But it explains what it is. But basically, it is if you've ever built your own lightsaber at Savi's in Galaxy's Edge, it's kind of that that kind of concept.
Whoa.
So there's it starts out there's 4 different like personality based lightsaber hilts that you can pick, and they come unassembled in 4 pieces. And so you can get the experience of building it yourself. But the cool thing about that is if you buy multiple necklaces or what we're calling power core packs, which are the middle 2 pieces that are going to be also different like personality types, you can mix and match. So you can really make your necklace unique to you to fit your personality or how you're feeling that day. And so this is a collection. Obviously, if this first one does well, it's something that we can keep putting out different necklaces or power core packs, so you can keep buying new pieces to customize your necklace with.
Awesome.
So we actually have a assessment you can take on our website as well. And so it's a little quiz to go through, to assign you to which of the first 4 personality
Yoko
types.
loves assessments.
I do. Yeah.
And so here's the thing: she posted this yesterday. You guys posted this yesterday. I didn't even notice the necklace.
Yeah.
that was there.
Yeah. She's wearing it. Yeah.
Because I saw it in today's post, and I go, "Oh, wait!" And then I did. Oh, it was right there, and I didn't even notice. I was just like, because she's talking about the workshop behind her. All right, how long does the assessment take?
Oh, it's like 5 or 6 questions. 5 questions? It's 5 questions. I should know. I looked at it a million times.
And this tells you this is some sort of psychiatric assessment.
Yes.
That you can take for free before seeking professional help.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to do this really quick. Last week we did the survey for the Star Wars Oreos, Paul, and I got Dark Side.
Yeah, you can scroll down. There's a big green button. But yeah,
which hilt theme are you? Okay, so this is a preview.
Yeah, so that's the 4 that you can get. Duty
and resolve, power and control, diarrhea, peace and justice, leader, and elemental nature, nurturer.
Yeah,
I think I'm a nurturer. I think I'm. Paul's a bit of a maverick. He's, I could see that. Yoko, I think, is a leader, and Ernie is a traditionalist. He's like, back in my day.
He's a Yord.
We're gonna have to hear from Paul about Yord.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Which Hu Yang says, imagine the Jedi Council has tasked you with leading a perilous mission. Why would they choose you? I inspire and motivate others. I prioritize the well-being of those around me, offering some. Nope, I embrace. Which one is I look out for myself? Oh, relying on adaptability and quick wit. I do make a lot of witty remarks, often at the wrong moment, that my wife says. So that's going to be me. You sense a disturbance within the group you are leading. How do you regain balance? Oh my God, regain balance. I take charge. No, I prefer to work. This is how I read, by the way. I read the first
first few words.
I prefer to work independently, utilizing my experience. Yep. I foster harmony and cooperation, valuing the needs and ideas. No, I don't care what your needs are. I thrive on spontaneity and excitement, energizing the group with my outgoing nature. Yeah.
I already know which one you're getting.
You are mentoring a young Padawan or guiding a fellow Jedi. Which approach do you take? I would inspire, empower them to embrace their. Nope. I would instill discipline and respect for tradition. Nope. I would nurture. Nope. I would challenge them to push their limits and embrace new, encouraging to trust their instincts. Trust in the Force. How would you handle challenges to your beliefs or principles within the Jedi Order? I would engage in open dialogue. I hate dialogue. I would adhere. He's this guy who streams 8 hours a week. I would adhere to the teachings and traditions of the Jedi Order, relying. I kind of like that. That's what Yord would do. I would prioritize harmony. No. I embrace change and innovation, willing to adapt my beliefs. All right. This one. How would you refresh your connection with the Force after a grueling challenge? Good question. I would spend quality time with friends or loved ones. Engage in solitary activities. I'd participate in activities that bring me joy and comfort. Right there.
You can.
See your results. I'm not.
You can hit skip.
See, I don't read everything.
You don't want to give me your email address?
No, don't email me. Power and control. So you can get different parts, and these you can customize different looks.
Yeah. So once it's live next week, you'll be able to see all 4 and the other 2 packs too, all in one place here. But yeah, your answers indicate a preference for embracing risk and excitement, which aligns with your adventurous and spontaneous nature. You are known for your boldness, adaptability, and enjoyment of new experiences and challenges. Does that sound like you, Kev?
I don't think I answered truthfully. Do you guys think that sounds like me? Power, win or lose? What the hell does that mean? Power agent control nailed it.
I will say this is the one I got also. which startled me, even though I helped write the quiz.
You were startled by this?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The crazy part is Yoko did it 4 times and it came out that every time. She was like, "It's broken." Trying to tell work. I don't know why it's saying this.
I don't want to be power and control.
I want to be in charge of how the answers come out. Oh my
But yeah.
gosh.
It'll be fun. So that's what we'll have at the show this year, and it'll be different. A lot
Well,
smaller.
there's a
Huh?
lightsaber enthusiast over here. Should do some comparisons.
Do you need a model to show off all the necklaces? I'll shave my chest.
We already did that, but thank you.
Okay.
You already shaved his chest?
Wow. That's where I went too. It's like, you shaved his chest?
Last week's show was crazy.
This is what happens?
Yeah.
We already
was
did
crazy.
the modeling. Is what I
Shower
meant.
Ernie.
That's why the beard
No.
went. He went too high and then it was like, no, lower.
Yeah. And you have to.
It
It said it could hit all areas.
Oh.
Right.
All right, one last thing before we get to the episode, real quick. A sponsor for the show, Heroes and Villains, has a new collection coming out soon. They just showed a sneak peek today, so go check out Heroes Villains brand on Instagram to follow along and see what comes out. Look at this.
This looks fun. A racing collection.
Like their stuff already looks really good with all the extra details they put on everything, but this racing team jacket, this pit crew jacket looks super cool. I'm excited to see what's in this collection. There's also this I don't know what this has to do with racing, but because a lot of it is
It's the
being covered.
style, right?
But this is this is a sneak peek. But if you want to grab this or anything on Heroes and Villains, keep yourself looking fresh like this. We're gonna have some new stuff to wear at San Diego Comic-Con. Go check out heroesvillains.com and use code BOBA20 and you can get 20% off of your entire purchase, your entire order, even for things that are on sale. Because how does that work, Yoko?
Shout out to the homie Boba 20.
It's stacks.
It's stacks for big discounts.
Big time discounts.
Yeah.
Man, big time. Yeah.
BED.
Heroesvillains.com. Go check it out. I want this jacket. Oh, we should get all matching jackets.
I'm down.
And wear them all during the stream.
I'm down.
Yes. Let's do it. All right. The episode. Paulie, you first up, there's some big events that happened the last few weeks. Anything that stood out to you in the first season of Star Wars The Acolyte? There was the big battle on the foresty planet that Yord and Jackie and all that stuff, the reveal of Kymir. What were some things that really stood out to you?
Everybody died. Like everybody died. Everybody. Eventually, everybody dies. I jumped. I know. I jumped, but it's tangential. Everybody dies. But I really do believe that these are shows that are not meant to be watched episodically. They're meant to be watched in one big sort of chunk. Like Obi-Wan is a much better series when you watch it as like a 6-hour movie type thing, right? And I think The Acolyte kind of has that same vibe for it. For me, at least, it's the whole idea of, there's a lot of people who are just very impatient out there. And I will admit, I felt a bit frustrated myself after that third episode. I was like, oh, okay, I don't, it just felt really like one of the weaker episodes. But I mean, the other episodes really sort of picked it up. And I think when you watch it as an aggregate, it is, it's probably stronger than the sum of its parts. So to speak. But I've enjoyed the ride, but as we were talking about before, it hasn't been something that I'm chomping at the bit to, like, I gotta watch this. And the only reason I do feel like I need to watch it right away is because of the stream, right? You need to watch it so that you're informed and you can go on the stream and have opinions on it. But if we didn't have the stream, like the last 2 Tuesdays, like I haven't been like in a rush to get home and sit down. I gotta watch it. the next day if I have some time, I'll try to find a moment to watch it and whatnot. So that's kind of summed up the entire experience right now for me with this series. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't sort of something that I was just like dying to see. Like I have to find out what happens next. I think there's some really strong storytelling in there. I think there's some moments as well that I kind of want to revisit and just sort of let sit and let sink in properly. That I haven't had just because it's been sometimes longer than a week, right? Sometimes you do them back to back when you watch the episodes. Certainly the parts that I really, really did enjoy was I think it was some of the most fearless storytelling that was out there, where she was just not precious with any of the characters.
Yeah.
And in fact, raised the stakes tremendously in the series by having these characters not protected by plot armor, by having these moments where it's like, okay. And ultimately, in the end, this final episode, I think, pretty much summed up. It finished the way I suspected it was going to. I knew certain things had to occur, and right to the very end, even like some of the reveals that they had, I thought it was just like, yeah, but I don't think it for me. It wasn't as game changing. It wasn't as there's a sense for me of inevitability. And I think that's part of the process, is because it takes place 100 years ago. We know what's going to happen in the future. We see where it's going. So you kind of go, you're playing the game of, okay, so how do they explain this?
Right.
How do we get to this point? Right. And so that's been kind of fun, but at the same time, I haven't been really shocked as much as, for example, the death of all these characters in episode 5, right? Like, so after that, you're kind of like, holy crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
the gloves came off.
anything's fair game after seeing that.
And that's exciting. Like I like that kind of storytelling too, where it's just like no one's safe, and so there's stakes involved, right? You don't just sit back and go, okay, well, how are they going to get out of this? It's like, are they going to get out of this? Are they going to? Holy crap, what is this all about? And they drop enough breadcrumbs in that final episode to make me kind of go, yeah, if they go to season 2, I'll watch it. I want to follow those mysteries. I want to figure out who these people are and what that's all about, and what the journey of Osha is along this path. And like we were saying before, I think there were some excellent moments within that episode itself, but there were some parts where I was just like kind of scratching my head a little bit. Kind of got, I'm a little bit slow in the uptake. I want to figure it out, and I have to take a moment to process this properly and do a rewatch. So
yeah,
that's
I
my initial
agree.
impression.
There's I agree. Like if there was a season 2, I would watch it because I want to know what happens in the story. The same way like you said. But tonight's episode, it was a longer one, 47 minutes. We start off with. Sorry, the last episode was another flashback showing what happened on Brendok 16 years ago. Brings it back to current times, where Osha had just tried on the sensory deprivation helmet with Chimere. Is his name still Chimere, or was that his name playing that buffoonery character, and then now he's just the stranger? Because
I still think he has a name, and it's just labeled as stranger still. I think
So
that's still one of the mysteries that wasn't answered.
Right. So he's
Chimere
not
is his civilian name.
okay. So Darth DK was
No, please don't.
Shower DK, as
No.
Yoko refers to
No.
him.
Shower DK.
I know.
Just
Yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah, he's showering a
all
lot.
they've been trying to do is ruin him for me.
Hey, you've been talking down to Yord,
The Yord Horde.
Hordes, and everybody else. This is our way to have fun with it. Carl, what's up, man? Carl says, "Don't ruin it for
Hey,
Yoko."
Carl, I always knew Carl was cool.
Cool, Carl.
That's what the K stands for. But yeah, when she starts wearing the sensory deprivation helmet, the stranger helmet, like her powers start to let loose, and like out of nowhere, she starts controlling
The stranger.
Chimere, the stranger, controlling the stranger. Like he gets like Mother Anastasia did. Like that seemed like a huge jump. Like it's a huge surge of power, and she's able to do that. all of a sudden he struggles to kind of like, calm her down. He's just like, but immediately she's like, oh, I saw May. She's calling out to me. She's holding out her hand and she's holding Sol's lightsaber. She's about to kill him. He's like, that's the future. He noticed right away, like, oh, you can see into the future, which was really interesting. That it seemed like he caught on really quickly, but there wasn't much like, yeah, what's up?
I actually had to go back and rewind that part, the beginning, because I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to be in a dream sequence of an ending the whole time, because it kept going back and forth, and I had to really find out of where we were. And honestly, watching it 3 times, I still didn't know where we were. So I found that very interesting because of the dark eyes, no eyes, the background of him trying to remove the helmet. I mean, because we know that when you go into that state, it's them controlling your thoughts of everything that's going on. So it kept flashing back and forth. I did not know which was which.
Yoko,
and then
I was gonna say, yeah, it reminds me of when Ernie's talking. I don't know which is which.
Right.
No, like,
So,
what
yeah.
you think? Are you saying you thought the whole episode was?
No,
dream
I wanted
sequence?
to make sure that the episode wasn't going to be. Yeah, Yoko's on a roll with those, but this one she didn't say. I didn't mean to say it like that.
No,
like
I did.
the sister
No.
comment. Yeah,
I
so
meant it. No, I meant it this time.
there we go.
Well, 'cause I thought you were talking about a different part at first.
We
I
just
thought you were talking
started.
about.
And
I
he
thought you
said,
were talking about.
we just started.
And then
Literally.
I was like, "Oh, are you talking about the helmet part?"
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a
because
little,
they would show the black eyes, and then they wouldn't, and then it was
Yeah.
black eyes and not. So when you
said
don't
that,
have the
that was
black
my first
eyes,
clue about what you were
you're-
talking about.
you're in whatever they're controlling of their thoughts. I wanted to make sure the whole thing wasn't going to be a damn dream or a whole controlled thought of this is where we are, you know?
Yeah.
okay.
You
Fascinating.
guys didn't even think about that at all? You just thought it was just a shot?
No, like
No,
I think it showed his struggle of him being pulled into that world and fighting to come back into the real world. Because it was the same shot, and then like the color, the temperature of the scene changes, and then it went back into the real world of him turning her power off.
just like he's actually normal size and not tiny because he's a distant.
Yeah, he wasn't tiny. Definitely wasn't tiny.
We were able to deduce.
Not
Certain-
tiny at all.
Also, yeah, what's wrong with DK, Yoko?
Oh,
Well, you know what? I got some things to add to that list, Daniel. Dario is here. Bad Force Grumps is here. Thank you for being a channel member. Says sorry I'm late. It's all good, man. Were you catching up the show? We'll see.
What's up, Grumps? Nothing different over here. Yeah.
Status quo.
Oh, okay. Let's have the Star Wars guy not understand what he's talking about.
the Star Wars guy?
Who's
Yeah.
the Star Wars?
You're
Paul?
in this
The guy who's
group,
in Star
you're
Wars?
the Star
Yeah.
Wars guy?
Yeah. One who actually knows some of this stuff, but yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
You're taking
Yeah.
a
You're
turn.
him.
Ernie wants to keep me now.
I'll keep playing Fallen Fat. That's fine.
All right. So this
F
it
up
then
that.
cuts to Sol and May. He still has her in restraints, and I guess he's just finished telling her the story, which was episode 7, which she lived most of, right? And he's about to say, like, you're not twins, you're not even sisters. And again, now that I see it happening over and over in this series, where like he doesn't sense this stuff happening, like the imminent danger, or there's a giant gerbil running around the ship and all these things. Like, is this what people have been saying? It's showing like the incompetence, or like maybe to a further extent the hubris of the Jedi, or just the fact that some of this stuff he doesn't seem to have a grasp on completely takes him by surprise. Like, I don't know, they seem to be taken by surprise a lot throughout the whole series. And I think that's what the series, the whole show has been turning around. Like the Jedi aren't the good guys, and they're not all they're hyped up to be. He's an otter. Yeah, I mean, he's annoying. But May stabs Sol and ends up escaping into a ship. They're all going. He told her they're going to Brendok. They're going back because he wants to prove, with her alive and Osha alive, he can prove that there's a virgins on that planet, right? And that's how life was created, and that kind of clears his name of killing people and kind of proves his whole story. I think that's his main motivation. And
yeah, like if he was that guilt the whole time or something.
Yeah. And so they're all going to go ahead. Yeah.
No, well, some of it, it's weird in that sense. It's a bit confusing because during the flashback, he's ready to go to the Jedi Council and explain what's happened. Like he's ready. He's like, I need to face what we've done. And it's Indara who says, you know, so what's going to happen then to the girl? Blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, all of a sudden he's very much like, oh, you're right. I'm not gonna face the music. We're gonna participate in this lie type thing. And go. And it's just, I guess I just kind of explained it to myself there. Okay, never mind. But he believes in that. I mean, and that's the thing. He wholeheartedly believes he's doing what's best for Osha, but really what he's doing best for is himself. Right. You know, in the end. And he's using that as kind of a, you know, even when he says to her, I did it so you could have the life that you deserve. I mean, overlooking the fact that she's had a pretty shitty life.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Like,
you know, it's just that further reflects the hubris of the Jedi as well, where they think they're infallible or they excuse every action that they take with, but this was for the greater, you know, the greater good type thing.
Yeah. But so they're both racing to get to the planet, and May says, I'll lose him in this asteroid belt. His ship's too big. He can't follow me. And I thought this, like, I don't know how this helps the story. He just created a chase scene that was kind of cool because visually it looked awesome, right? The small ship flying through, and there's like electricity and little small asteroids floating around. But theoretically, he could have just, like, they're both going to the planet. He could have just flown over and just waited on the other side. But, you know, he's crashing through it. And, you know, he has to, like, you know, he has to be the T-Rex in Jurassic Park and just kind of like, go through everything and chase the smaller ship. It was like, he could have just stayed out. They're all going to the same spot. I just thought that part was a little odd.
Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't think about that. He could have just flown over it.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'll see you there. I guess he wanted, because she has to go there. It's not like the Jedi Council is there anyway. There's an episode. Do you remember in the first or second episode? And I read a comment that somebody said, "Oh, Vernestra opened the door manually." Don't they know that doors open automatically in Star Wars?
Oh, right.
This shows the showrunners don't know what they're talking about. Well, today she used the Force to open a door. So if that guy had watched the entire series at once, he wouldn't look like a fool. But I pointed that out. It's like, it's the grocery store automatic door thing. But in there, she meets the senator, and he knows that she's covering up a murder investigation. And you know, that's the beginning of the larger cover up in this episode. But then in the cave, back to the cave on the unknown island, that's not Haktua. Osha and Kymir decide they're gonna go find May, and as they leave, who is this character that is shown in the cave?
That's for season 2,
with some craggly fingers and
Darth Plagueis.
Yes, it's they did what they had to do, and that was cool.
Stranger was too sexy, so they had to balance him out with this thing.
With just skin. With
once
the mog.
Once everyone left, he went to go bathe, Yoko. So you can have Shower Plagueis in season 2.
Skinny as bones, bad skin, no muscles whatsoever.
if there's just steam covering all the
yeah.
Yeah.
right
No.
parts. But yeah, I mean, everyone's been guessing like, hey, Kymir has to, it seems like he has a master. He can't be the main dude. Who is he an apprentice to? Turns out he was in the cave the whole time. And the people have been saying Darth Plagueis is alive during this era. How come we don't see him? Well, there's a couple of seeds planted this episode, and I like that this is here and he doesn't factor into the episode and everything and how this season wraps up, right? Because it'd be pretty crummy to be like, oh, by the way, here's this guy in the cave and everything comes down to him in episode 8. Like, this is setting up for the next season, and that'll flesh out, set that up for season 2, which is part of the main reason why, where it's like, oh yeah, season 2, I hope they make it. I want to see where this goes.
It was cool because they did what they had to do, like we had said. Like, there was stuff that had to take place in here, and here was one of them. And it was like, okay. And I think you're right as far as just this scene of just showing them, nothing else was probably enough.
Mhm.
And for those who know the EU pass or anything like that, or this is the whole dude that Palpatine talks about. This is him. So it's cool because there was so many different theories out there. But the thing with this episode is there was so much little nods to what we see in our future that I think that she did right. Like when she was in the escape pod, May.
Okay.
When May was in the escape pod,
Thank
and
you, Yoko.
she put on the helmet, and we see the symbol almost matching the Rebel Alliance symbol because that was there, and the way that she was flying it, that was cool. There was little nods to like the future.
There was a Rebel Alliance symbol.
It
That's
looked
the
like a
Jedi
Rebel
Order
Alliance
symbol.
symbol. It's the Jedi one, but the way that it's made up to be, like, you can see how it turns into the Rebel Alliance symbol. It was on the
Okay.
helmet. So there's all these little precursors to stuff, which was really cool. And the part with the senator was one because, man, I was really thinking the senator was a bad dude because of how we know in the future that's what happens. That he controls the Senate and says all this thing because the way he was really pushing to make the investigation on the Jedi, so all these little things leading up to it. And then you get this reveal in the cave. It's like, wow, she really is putting a lot together. So that was cool.
Right. Bree said, I thought it was Lord Voldemort in the cave. Is that a good reference? I don't watch Harry Potter.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice.
He looked even grosser than Voldemort, though. Like, even less human,
Matt Logic says, I went back and watched episode 3. I think both him and the stranger are at the ceremony.
I was thinking about this.
Whoa. The ones that don't have the face shown?
Like, are they looking for the virgins too? And they happen to be scouting out?
At the ceremony.
I would say that they helped with those witches. They helped with the...
Oh, like the witches knew they were there, you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
That was my theory that I was running on, that they had to be a part of it. And seeing the one that was like on the right-hand side of that last episode, where it just showed him, I didn't see the stranger, but you saw the elongated head is what their race has. And so there was no face, but you did see that on the right-hand side of the screen. So it does seem like that was the whole thing of him, of when, it was like the question was, so how does the stranger know the story? Because they were there and a part of it, because I think they helped with the witches, because Palpatine said it in that speech of, he learned how to create life, and not only that, but extend it. So
Right.
Here's kind of our answer.
So people who say like this messes up the whole prophecy of Anakin, isn't this literally the backstory?
The genesis of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Almost.
Right.
And it makes sense. Like the Sith have their ways of using the Force align more with the witches than the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know.
It would make sense he's at the ceremony. I mean, it's kind of like how come, some Force ghosts, some Jedi, when they die, turn into a Force ghost, right?
Mhm.
Obi-Wan did that in episode 4, and everyone accepted it like, oh, that's just how Jedi die, and they become one with the Force. But like that wasn't a thing all the time. They had to make a backstory for that. That Qui-Gon had to study it and teach it to Obi-Wan, and it started around there. So does anyone go, oh, that just ruins Obi-Wan's death on the Death Star? Like, that's the story, right?
Yes, there were probably a number of fans who did say that and bitch and moan about it.
25 years ago,
we just didn't have the internet around like back then. Like you see there's this great letter from that's been circulating Facebook and some of the other social media sites, and it's from this editor-in-chief of this Star Wars fan magazine.
Yeah,
and it's all typewritten out, and they're talking about how they are discontinuing this fan club after watching Empire Strikes Back, and it's this wonderful diatribe of how Empire is like the worst sequel to Star Wars. It completely betrays the ideas of what was established in Star Wars. Blah blah blah. It's a subpart. Like it's wonderful to read actually, because you go, yeah, even back then, there was a group of fans who just thought it was, it wasn't what they expected, it wasn't what they wanted, and then
it's weird.
So nothing is surprising anymore.
It's like what some people saw first has to be, that's it, and you can't add more to it, and nobody else can. It's a little bit limiting. Trevor makes a pretty good point. The Senator versus the Jedi should have been a plot thread throughout the whole show, making it a race against time to find and punish the Sith for their deaths. I think that would have added a little excitement to it, because they mentioned the Senator like once, I think, earlier, and that was it.
I love that part. I think that would have been great too. I thought that was a great standoff between the two. And then it made me start thinking of another theory, because I really felt like she was dark side, and here's kind of the plan to set in motion, right? Of if the Senators at this time are getting into our Jedi business, what better way than to plant yourself in there to make sure that it doesn't happen that way? So I thought we were seeing like another a prequel to the idea of Palpatine making himself a senator to get a plan rolling, right? Because she was really like not liking this dude, and you could see it. That was cool.
So you think the Senator is a Sith sympathizer?
No, I thought Vernestra was all this time. I really did.
I mean, she has her own cover up, as we found out.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Vernestra of having this trouble with this senator, and that we're, pre everything, was like a lead up to making Palpatine place himself in the Senate, like knowing this has to happen, right? Because they're trouble.
Pre everything.
Doesn't make sense. All right.
Sometimes it takes me a second to catch up.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. All right, so it's a race to Brendok. Now Vernestra has to go there because she has a location from the Jedi IT guy whose name is Mog, which is just all sorts of awesome. I want his Black Series figure. Well, no,
God, I wanted him to go first.
You wanted him to die?
You wanted him to die? I never even said that about Yord.
No, because the way that the story was going, and she led, I'm jumping. She led everybody there, and she says, get everybody. And they came off of that ship. I'm like, oh, he's going first. Like, it was just like, it seemed like it had to happen. And then none of that happened. But yes, I thought it was going to happen with him. I did.
Let's see. So Stranger ends up catching up with Master Soul. I'm like, oh, I didn't see him pack his helmet, but that's one of those, like, do they use washrooms in space? Like, it's implied. He packed the helmet. They have another really awesome fight, some more wire work. And, dude, that scene when he threw the lightsabers at him, and Soul just kind of, like, he slows it. It was Matrix-like, right? It's like Ernie's room.
Yes.
He slows it down, and he just spins it. Holy crap, that was so good.
There was so much here. The Liu Kang kick, oh, my God, that was dope.
Yeah,
the Mortal Kombat Liu Kang. Yes, that was so awesome. But real quick question before all that started, Paul, have you ever known them to disappear like that? I mean, this dude was straight doing a Batman the whole time,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then they did it too. What was that? I've never ever like. I was like, okay, is that really like turning invisible? Was it? I don't know what
Maybe
that
they-
was. He was
Maybe
just
they
that.
just use their super speed to run away.
Yeah.
the whole prequel that never happens
Yeah.
again.
He was hiding behind
Qui-Gon.
the corner. Just didn't
Yeah.
see him.
They just
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It was such a Batman thing, dude. I was
He
like,
pulled up a pocket version of the volume and put it in front of himself.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
she looked around, she just saw the rest of the planet. And then when
I
she
mean, it
turned
was
away,
funny and it was cool to happen, but it did happen a couple of times. I was like, oh, okay, like this is a thing. Where she's like, we
Mm.
need the elevator, and then he was like, whoop, I disappeared. No,
yeah.
right here.
what do
with
you
Saul.
want? Well, you want him to go like, "Hey, look over there," and she looks, turns back, and just see him hightailing it.
Or him dropping the smoke bomb, and that's how I did. But he straight just disappeared. I'm like, is this a power of the Sith that we don't know about? I think a smoke bomb would have been better. Like, and then you
Goodbye,
can see him
gentlemen.
run.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good question.
For real.
She's on the phone with someone. Carl says she's on the phone, Vernestra, right before Mog walks. Who's he talking to? Who do you think she was talking to?
That's why I did. That's why I thought that she was a Sith. She was a dark
Playboy?
side.
Like, is that another setup for a season 2 thing? I liked it.
I
Well,
don't
the way
remember.
the whole cover
I don't-
up too. I don't know.
I don't think
don't
think
know.
it's a dark side thing. I mean,
Because they don't use the
It's-
phone.
it's her trying to cover up the I mean, she's trying to maintain the reputation and the bounds of power that the Jedi have. And with the Senate looking in, an external review would strip away power from the Jedi or whatever. And this is something that she does not want at all. Like, you get the
Right.
sense of she's willing to lie to the senators and lay it all on Saul. She's willing to fudge the story in order to protect the Jedi. A Sith wouldn't really do that, in a sense, right? If the Sith is there, they want to destabilize the Jedi. Maybe this is a long game, and by creating a set of lies that is eventually going to be revealed and crumble, but that doesn't happen, because when it comes to the prequels, 100 years later, the Jedi are still in power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, and that's why I don't think she is. I think she's working behind the scenes to sort of to create these lies. Whoever she's trying to talk to, she's saying, yeah, I think that's it. Thunderhouse Design. She's trying to get a meeting with Yoda, because she says, I know he's busy, but
That was his secretary type dude,
Yeah.
like hers. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
After the beep, leave a message.
Yeah, Well,
Message
he's pretty
leave.
busy. He's
After
pretty
the beep,
busy.
message-
He's
Yeah,
got
sitting there
lunch,
meditating.
and then he has this.
right?
Yeah.
So
And then they cut to him. He's just on the floaty chair napping.
When she drops the whole story of what happened.
700 years old.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so tired. Yeah, so more cover up. I like that part. Good catch though, Carl. I forgot about the conference call. But May and Osha on the planet, they catch up. They look around Osha's room where the fire started, and they reconnect. And then I think May kind of
Eh.
was she kind of leading Soul to confess out loud, because
Oh,
she
yeah.
knew Osha was there, and confess what he did. And here's my only thing out of the whole series. It's like, why did Master Soul seem like he was so connected to these not twins, but Osha and May? Even in the flashback, they're like, oh, I gotta train them. I feel a connection. Like she must be my Padawan. And obviously later on, after what happens, he has guilt and he wants to look out for her. But even to the very end, he's like, he was about to say, I love you guys right
Yeah.
before, like I just didn't get how he was so like this bond was so strong. I just felt like it
I love
wasn't
you
built up,
guys.
right?
Mhm.
Did anyone else get that sense, or it made sense?
His whoa, I don't know. I heard myself come out somewhere. It just totally threw me off. Nobody heard that echo? That was so loud.
I heard it.
Yeah, so it threw me off.
It's when you say
Sorry.
I heard myself come out somewhere. It's
Yeah, that doesn't sound so good.
there's so many better ways to say that.
I
That
totally
sounded
lost it because I didn't know what was happening. I got lost in the Matrix. Yes, I don't know. That was too weird.
The
Sorry.
Matrix. I just saw myself come out somewhere. Wow.
Somewhere.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
What
we-
were you saying?
Yeah,
I don't
what were
know.
you
I
saying?
don't remember. But didn't we skip ahead because their fight in the room was way cool?
There,
When they started fighting each other, that was awesome too.
I was worried how it would look because it's supposed to be the same, the same actress portraying both of them. What did you?
Man, if we could do Parent Trap 4 different times, heck
What
yeah,
did you
that
guys
came
think
out
of the
awesome.
fight? Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Like they were, I loved it. I thought it was cool. The balance, the flip. They're May's now in her clothes. She's in the dark side clothes. Like you knew it was going to happen. I kind of got everything right except for them combining into one. I really thought that it was going to be that was going to happen. Like the reveal of him saying you're not twins, you guys are the same person. I thought the embrace was going to be it. I thought them fighting was going to happen. Like I thought they were going to become one person. That never happened. So it did look really cool though, and the style of fighting that they did, especially to where they went to the kick and then it went to back to the lightsaber fight. The scenes and the choreography in this were really cool on action scenes. They were done really well. So then you had that fight, and I feel like with that, May knew what she had to do. Then yes, luring Soul out to admit what he did out loud, and that took a lot. He still didn't want to. It took him what, like 4 times to say it before he finally admitted to, like, yeah, I killed your mom.
Yeah. Well, okay, wait. Now I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Are we? I'm like trying to remember everything I want to say. Because you were asking about his like why he felt so strongly about the girls, right? Yeah. And so I feel like they established in the first episode that his weakness kind of was that he had personal connections. Remember? Because like was it Jackie that asked him, right?
Right,
like,
when she was looking at the hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of showed that he has, like, that he has that. I don't want to call it a problem because like a human thing, right? To have attachment to people.
Yeah, the Jedi call it a problem.
But the Jedi call it a problem. So I just think it's not like, and with the Force at play, like he had like that the Force was drawing his connection to them. Like I'm personally not too worried about that aspect of the story. Like I think that's something I can accept, that he'd had, because sometimes you have an inexplicable draw towards someone, right? Like,
well, they do have that line where the Jedi have no control over this powerful thing, and they're like, the Force, like, know your own emotions, right?
Yeah.
So that does illustrate that part. Plastic Bubble, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. It says Ernie heard Ernie from the future.
Is that what happened?
I don't know what happened. It threw me totally off.
He's in a sensory deprivation room.
Yeah.
Turns the lights green, and he can see everything.
Yeah, I was just way too ahead of myself. I don't know what happened. Can we go to Trevor's comment? Because we didn't go around the room. I know Kevin asked it though, but what did you guys think of that fight between them? Because he thought it was cringe. I liked all the fighting scenes. Am I wrong here? Am I just all too built up on give me action? Or was it cool? I thought it was cool.
Yoko, Paul?
I liked it. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was looking though, to be honest. I was looking to see because I knew it was supposed to be. It's only one actor, right? And
right.
Yeah.
She's playing both roles. So I was looking to see, okay, where's this stunt? Where's it? And they have it sort of cleverly. It's like, oh, look, May's back is to the camera now. Now Osha's back is to the camera. Now this flip and like one of them, but and when they were facing each other, it's like looking for the VFX, sort of line or whatever they do that. And I didn't notice anything.
Yeah,
it's just it wasn't something that really bothered me. I thought the fight was well choreographed. It made sense. They were more than equal at this point too, like because you were getting the sense that okay, they're not twins, they're the same person.
Right.
And when that sort of started to that idea seeped in, you start looking at things a little bit more differently. I'll tell you something though, that fight between Saul and the stranger,
Mhm.
it looked like Saul's. I was like looking at Lee Jong-jae, and I was like, is that a stunt guy? Like his face looked a little bit different, you know. And then
for
they
real?
sort of zoom in, and then it's like, oh, it's him. But like from the far away shot, it looked like a stunty with a wig,
Mm.
right? So
Oh no.
Oh
I didn't notice
no.
any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it either because I was
I
so
loo-
into the
I
fight. I
looked
was
for
like,
that, too.
yeah.
it kind of looked like that Matrixy. You know, remember in Matrix Revolute, the second Matrix movie? It looked video gamey when John Wick. Oh my god, when Neo is running around, he's beating up all the
Same guy.
agents and stuff like that. It just looked. It just had that sort of
It does
look
I
to
did
it.
notice
Not that it really pulled me out or anything, but it's something that I was kind of and I was looking, and I noticed that, but it didn't ruin the fight for me or anything. It was just something that I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. And then you go.
The sisters fight, it wasn't any of those like direct behind the person's head and then you see her face and like full switches. Like it's a lot of those stunts are really cool when you swap in like a stunt actor. They have like hair that comes down and the camera's just like at the perfect angle where you can't see their face. So I thought it was done pretty well. Yoko, were you not looking for that stuff, or you didn't notice anything?
No, I wasn't really looking for that, but was it May who disappeared in that scene? That one was
Yes.
a little harder for me to buy than the stranger disappearing.
May.
Yeah,
Right when
she
they were both
disappeared too.
looking up, and then she looked back down, and May was gone.
Batman all over again. It was him. So that's where. And then see, I took it as his. Wow. So he taught that. So this is a thing.
Oh my god, dude! Look at this.
Huh.
This is a stunt guy. That's not him.
Oh, you got it right on there. Yeah, it totally is.
That's not Lee Jong-jae.
Yeah.
That's
You know, I bet you
recognize Asian
Padawan does
people.
all his own stunts.
What stunt
Which is
did
fine.
he do?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
I mean, this is a high def screen cap that we've stopped there, right? Like, I don't mind that. It's just like,
And then they cut to here. Yeah, this is well, he does a lot of his own stunts, which is awesome. When I saw it first, I'm like, no, he does his stunts. I've seen like the training videos, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Torrance says, Ernie, is it because all Asians look the same? Thank you, Torrance.
Wow. Jesus.
Anytime they spoke to each other was cringe. Yeah, some of those lines weren't great.
Their dialogue to each other is not my favorite. I will say that.
following in the footsteps of the OT, like
Yeah.
Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the lines in that were kind of like, wow, kind of clunky. I mean, that's been the joke.
Same
Is
with the
George
prequel.
Lucas can't write dialogue, so
Yeah.
Did you like the "See You in Hell," Paul?
Oh, see you in hell.
Yeah,
When
she
was
said that. When she
did?
got it, she closed the door and she said, "See you in hell, Jedi."
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh,
Where she goes
all
into the
right,
escape ship?
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh." And she
Yeah.
closed the door. She said, "See you in hell, Jedi." I was
oh,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Into the
Doesn't
escape
Han say
ship.
that at some point?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
he says that on the Tauntaun.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, that's
Tauntaun
right.
will
And I'll-
freeze before you reach outer market. Well, I'll see you in
And I'll
hell.
see you in hell.
Yeah. So there is hell in this
But
world.
I mean, I felt it was exactly that though, the Han callback. But yeah,
one thing that this show,
She's
we have
Skywalker.
questions. We have questions about how this happened, and they've been doing a pretty decent job of answering it in following episodes, which I think is great. Keeping track of the storylines. How did she survive the fall? Which was one of the questions I had at the end of episode 7. And Gray Panda, maybe it's a quick line.
One
Because
sentence. They did it in one sentence.
yeah, when they make the escape, when the two sisters are making escapes, like climb down, you got to go far way down, and then they find a side tunnel that they get sucked into, kind of like
Empire.
Empire Luke on
Yeah.
Cloud City. And that was a quick line, but that leads to the next line, which is kind of cringe. It's like, oh, this is how you survived. Show me how else you survived. And it's just like, Who talks like that? That's another weird, cringy line. It's like, oh, I ran to a tree, but it's like, how else? Show me what else you did. It's like, is that for the audience?
I didn't even catch that. Really? She said that
Yeah.
after that?
Right. When they
Especially because
exit
that's
the
literally
sewer
what
tunnel.
she was doing. She was showing her how she got out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you don't need to tell me this. I know
Yeah.
she's showing you.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even catch it because I was just way too into, oh my God, she looped it.
Yeah.
Probably fell in, and even the lights, instead of being blue, they were green. So that was cool because it was kind of the whole, okay, yeah.
Oh no, wing or lose. There are some shortcomings. But I don't know. I saw your answer earlier on, your rating. I personally wouldn't rate it at that level, but we'll get to that near the end. I love seeing the samurai styled fighting, given George Lucas was strongly inspired by Kurosawa. Yeah, I don't think anyone can say anything about the fight scenes and choreography in this series. There's a part where Vernestra and the team land, and it sucks because when you watch it with subtitles, like you hear the force moving, right? Something's happening with the force, but when the subtitles turns on, it says force whirring, like a whirring sound, and it's just like, oh, that kind of ruins that part for me. But she notices the stranger on the planet, and they cut to him, and he kind of recognizes and cuts back to her, and she's like, you out loud to herself. And he's like, ah, puts his helmet on.
I'm gonna watch that scene totally different now.
Yeah. You can see the Homer.
Did he immediately throw on his helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He did?
He's like, oh
I didn't
shoot.
even notice that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I was too into the, oh my God, everybody was right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He straight threw it on.
Absolutely. That's right. You did this when you were a child. It's like, yeah, when it happened, dude. But I had a thought before, like, whoa, you can put on helmets to block out mind reading and things like that. We've never seen that before. But also, remember, this is a Cortosis helmet.
Yeah.
So this is new to the current canon. So it blocks lightsabers and blocks out Jedi mind tricks and everything. So there's that. Go order your Black Series Stranger helmets.
I like it. I think it's cool. I do want one of those. Oh my God, I got to rewatch that. So everybody did think that, right? Everybody was putting in his marks. Looks like her whip. It had to be her. And then we got the confirmation. Right. I wish, though, they would have talked to each other instead of the whole, he was just watching her.
Season 2.
Does that that preserve the timeline? You know how people are like, oh, but they said the Sith have been extinct for a millennia, but now there's Sith in this show. Why don't the Jedi Council know about it? Is that part of the
She hasn't told nobody.
Or just the cover-up
She's
itself?
not gonna, because it's...
Right. She did it again. Yeah, you're right.
So you know what's going to happen to her eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought was going to happen now. I did. I thought we were going to see it, and I thought it was going to be all OSHA. And he was just going to stand there and be like, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Sorry, what are you referring to?
We were missing a few words there again.
Sorry. Well, like Paul said,
I thought Vanessa was going to get killed.
You thought OSHA was going to kill all those Jedi?
I did.
All 12 of them?
Yes. He handed her the lightsaber. He says, you're so powerful. That was so, oh my God. That scene was great. I don't know where we're at anymore. So they showed up.
You're the one talking, dude.
I know. No, because what Paul is saying was, so of course, yes, she's going to have to die at some point because all she keeps doing is covering it up. That's why nobody knows. So with that, I thought OSHA was going to just kill them all, go crazy and be like, okay. And it didn't happen. But the scene of making the crystal bleed was intense. And so cool,
to
see
for sure,
because it was just talked about. It was been in the books and in comics and oh my God, now I have to go back to Disney and I got to find that crystal now. Now it took me 19 to get the black one. Now I need the blue-red one.
I want the
stupid Disney. Because they have that there. It's called the Kylo one, but
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Now I
Mhm.
want. That was amazing to see how
Yeah.
the way that it didn't immediately turn red.
Yeah.
And like, it was fighting itself.
Yeah.
Like, because it didn't go fully. Went back and then went again,
didn't
and
go
then it
fully.
went like,
Yeah. It
oh
didn't
my
go fully.
God. It didn't.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
All right, this
It
is
was
this is what I
awesome.
wanted to ask all of you. You know, Soul Master Soul confesses to the killing Mother Anastasia, and you know, May says to Osha, you know, the Jedi did that. It wasn't me. He killed her. I saw it, and that's been the cause of all of your problems. We find out that she was so angry with what happened, losing her family, the grief and the anger, that's why she couldn't excel at the Jedi Academy, because of all those feelings, and that's why she wasn't able to really move forward. And then once she finds out that Soul is the reason for all that, you know, and he's talking, and she's like, "Be quiet, you know, stop talking," things like that. Until ultimately, I thought he was poisoned again out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys, at first he was like, "Bleh." I thought, you know, sometimes, or like some spittle goes down the wrong pipe and you kind of choke while you're speaking, but she starts force choking him
Vader choke. Yeah.
but for me, I don't feel like I didn't feel enough anger from her before that happening to the full, you know, there was some fight, and I thought maybe she'd let go and let him live, but I thought there'd be more, like, more screaming, more yelling, but it was just a very kind of silent
Did you want the
transition.
Vader no
Do
to come
not
from her when she
want.
found out?
That's
Do not want.
But I think the choice that they made with that is actually scarier because
Yeah.
it's so calculated. Because it's not in a fit of passion where she just goes off and, you know, before she realizes it, he's dead. And she's like, oh my God, what have I done? This was a calculated, very, very deliberate choice on her part to tell him to stop talking.
Mhm.
Stop. That's white hot fury, which is just, for me, was more, I mean, that's, in terms of a character choice,
Mhm.
that's a stronger choice, because it really shows her giving in to those emotions that she's always been sort of fighting against, and this and that. This time she's locked in.
It's
And
kind
she's
of like
using it.
cold, pure hatred, not
Yeah.
like
You
You
not
know,
emotional.
and that for
Yeah.
me is way scarier than
Yeah.
hot, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's, we've seen enough of that. But to see her, and then there's no doubt in your mind, she didn't do it by accident, dude. Like, she chose
Correct.
to kill him,
Yeah.
choke him
Correct.
It
to
was
death.
there all along.
Yeah. You know, and that's who she is. And again, it's one of these things where, you know, when she turns at the end, it's like, it shouldn't be a surprise. Freaking whole series is called The Acolyte,
Yeah.
right? It's just like the whole, when you see that, it's just, I think this is a series that is going to be severely underestimated, and it is being underestimated right now. But I think when you really sort of break it down and think about the different choices that have been made, the things that we've been shown, we can nitpick at story choices or performance or this or that. But I think I'm really starting to come around when I'm thinking more and more of what we've been shown, and I want to go back to rewatch and reevaluate, right? But I think this is a highly underrated show, and I'm really digging the choices that they've been making throughout. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm really starting to kind of go, oh, okay, that's really cool. It's a really, really cool thing that they're doing, because it is very different from what we are as a fan base accustomed to getting, of the type of storytelling we've been getting, where death has like almost no meaning. It's like, oh, you got cut in half by a lightsaber, you'll come back, have mechanical legs. You know, like there are actual consequences for everything that is happening in this series, and I'm kind of digging that. And I think also that's where a lot of the outrage is happening, because it's like, wait a minute, we've established rules in this universe,
The
and
rules.
now we're going
Exactly.
against those rules. What the hell, guy? Right? Force switches, this, all these different things. I think change is good. It can be different, and you don't have to like it. I'm not saying you have to like it, but what I'm saying is I'm really digging the directions that they're going. I'm really liking, and it's an acquired taste, I think. But I think I'm really starting to come around, and I'm really like wanting to do a deep dive on this now and go back and rewatch. all in one sort of all in one swoop, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I've been
Go ahead.
feeling. That's exactly what Paul just said, because I don't know how to speak my words, is exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Was I've called a lot of the show. Like the only thing that didn't happen that I said was them like becoming one person. Like I really thought that was going to happen, but I said
I'm
she
so
was going to
glad
be the
that
one to kill. She was going to be the one to kill Soul. And what I feel on this is I never not liked this show. The stuff behind it, I can get what you guys can say about the acting and some of the sound stages and everything like that, but I grew up on old Star Wars, so I like where you see the fakeness of it too. Like, oh, they're running through a soundstage. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's our Star Wars. Like the lore in this and the explanations that she's trying to show you and give you, that's what I was there for. Like, that's what I keep trying to talk about and explain is like, this leads to so much down the line. Like, if you really sit there and think about it, she's really showing a lot of what is going to be preemptive to happen. And I mean, we know that it happens, but if you sit there and think about it, it's such an, the 100 years thing is where, yeah, we didn't know any of this. And I just saw, who said it? I just saw a comment where they said, so nobody had force choke before? Maybe not, because that was awesome. She squeezed, and I'm with Paul. She knew that she was doing that. Wasn't an accident. And then I had one last question real quick was, Yoko, the hotel saber that you got, does that look like Soul's?
Oh,
The hotel saber, what is it called?
the Star Cruiser.
Star Cruiser.
Because I thought when you showed it and then they zoomed in on Soul's when they showed the crystal and everything, didn't yours have that double just opening? No?
It reminded me a little bit of Ahsoka's Clone Wars saber hilts, actually, when I saw
Oh, is that what I was thinking?
Maybe. I don't know.
It looked
that's what I
familiar.
thought of, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
I wanted to
That
ask
one-
you that before I
that one-
forgot it.
No, that one's a round cylinder.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
One of them had that though. So yeah, I don't know. I
Alice is kind of like that, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. I wanted to point out, I don't think that like I wanted Osha to kill him by accident. I'd still wanted to see maybe like I get what you're saying. Sometimes the cold, calculated, quiet seems more evil, right? But I don't think in my mind I was expecting her to force choke him at the end of the end and go, "Oh my God, what have I done?" Like if she was so pissed, right? So pissed, and then the kyber crystal turned, bled, and then she killed him, and when it was done, she embraced it or felt satisfied. I thought that would I don't know, I thought that would have been really cool. It just felt like for me she didn't seem angry enough. But I understand the quiet evil sometimes, like it's more menacing, like a Admiral Thrawn type, the calculated, planned, in control kind of anger. Jennifer Voorhees has a great point, because this has been a theme throughout the whole season. Had no one thought of the force choke before, there was the whole thing about killing without a weapon. I don't know if this is the origin of force choke, but the whole like killing without a weapon, I thought that's a cool way to get around that little rule or whatnot. Not that she's following any Jedi rules anyway.
I know I have no answer on that. So when I saw that comment, I thought, wow, that's a great point. I don't know though, but that is cool. Again, something else being brought to our attention of like, here it is, because they did keep saying killing without a weapon. And then when she said, oh, May's going to kill him, I kind of was already like, no, I think she's seeing herself. So I think it's cool how it happened without just, I think her built up anger was that much to just have it happen all this time.
All right. So they make the getaway and they're on the run. Chimera catches up with them. At this point, are they both dark side now? Are they both on the same side? Or is May now, in your minds, it feels like there should always be opposites, but now no, they're joined together. They're back on the same side, right? They're just both on the dark side.
Well, and here's the thing that
May and Osha?
I don't think it's they've done a great job here of trying to like explain that it's not white, light or dark anymore.
Mhm.
That's way too simplistic a way of looking at the Force and the different Force users. And I think that's the overall message of this is it's not as easy and as clear cut as that. Yes, Osha and May have done terrible things, but so did Saul. But
Yeah.
you would never say that Saul was a dark side user. He was a Jedi.
Yeah.
So
Ernie tried to say that. Sorry, pointing the wrong way. Or so I still pointing the wrong way.
So Ernie tried to say that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, but then I agree with you, right? There are different, like it's way more complicated than that. And in fact, the fact that May still initially does not want to train under the stranger's tutelage, you know, is speaks volumes to that. And it's one of those things where it's like I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's conflicted. There's a different way of using the Force. It is one of those things where you know you don't have to be as you know regimented or as stiff as a Jedi and follow their tenements. You don't have to go completely down the dark path or this or that. You look at the Witches Coven, they were straddling that line, right? And so this is
Yeah.
okay. You know, I agree with you, Carl. You know, they're trying to show that people can love and show attachment and affection on this dark side. And I think that's part of it. The Jedi they said no, and they bring it up. The senator brings it up. The fact that you think you can control your emotions. You can't do that, right? And I think, you know, the Anakin falls because of the whole idea of Jedi should have no attachment. So he has a secret one, and in that, you know, whereas if he had been encouraged to if the Jedi Order had encouraged that, I mean, God. You get such strength for fighting for the ones that you love, right? And so it's one of these really, really interesting debates that have been on the fringes of the Star Wars sort of fandom that I think it's a really cool subject to sort of bring up. This whole idea of the quote unquote nobility of the Jedi, and what really contributed to their hubris and their downfall.
I love that senator's role too, because he's really just calling them out right to her face. So you guys pass yourself off as a religion, right? He really stood in that room and was just calling them out on all of their hypocrisy. So what would you guys say is the main reason May didn't want to go with them? Because they, you know, I was discussing with my wife, why couldn't they all three of them make the escape together? Why did May have to be left behind? And the problem with leaving her behind is that, you know, they're going to use her to catch up to Osha and the stranger. So why do you think May couldn't go with them? Because she didn't want to train?
The rule of two.
That's what I was thinking. Between the rule of two, plus she already went against the stranger, so maybe he doesn't want her. Like he
said that I picked the wrong sister. Yeah.
But Osha and May could have teamed up and gotten rid of what's his nutsack and taken his ship and gone off. And it's the rule of two.
Yeah,
it's true.
Right there.
It's true.
I mean,
who knows? That doesn't happen later when they go and find her and bring her back.
Enough.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it was the rule of two, and I think it was you have to leave somebody behind to take that blame as she was being blamed, and not a Sith, not a dark side user.
Again,
I know
they count as one, which is fantastic. The mind wipe thing, I'm like, okay, fine. I don't know why. Can you tell me? Am I expecting too much? Because when they're like, oh, there's going to be a mind wipe, I didn't expect it to be like Vernestra forced opening the door with like a simple gesture. He was just like, whoop, you know, and then a little more struggle. I don't know. Am I expecting too much, guys? Or
yes.
Did anyone else feel the same way?
It seemed a little easy after, because he even said like, I can try to wipe her mind.
Right.
But she wants it. That's the other thing. There's fighting against that, and there's somebody saying, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And opening themselves up. And
that's another great point. She wanted it. So why didn't the three of them go? She was already there. She's already tried to train with them. I think she got what she wanted. Finally, Soul admitted what he did, and people now know. Like her part was done with.
And plus, she found out Osha was alive, right? And that's when she said everything changed.
That
Yeah.
also, yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
she was also convinced that if she stayed behind, that they would stop looking for Osha.
Mm.
Right? Like she says something to that effect.
Mhm.
If I stay here, then they won't be looking for you anymore.
Right.
Right.
That's
right.
fair.
Which was completely wrong because she says, I want to, Venestra says to her later on.
That was my favorite part.
Right.
I was just laughing.
I need you to help me find a former pupil of mine before he turned evil. Right. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, that was
No.
a good. It's like, way to go.
No, she said, I need you to help me find your sister. And she's like, my sister? And so, like, she's facing the camera, but,
Yeah.
May's behind her, and she's got that oh shit look like, you didn't know that? And I was watching, like, dude, she just wiped. You suck
I slipped.
as an investigator. You're the worst cop in the world. You're like, you gave away the main clue. Terrible detective. But she stands in front of a group of senators, and she fully, props to her. You got a dead Jedi on your hands. Blame everything on the dead guy, right? He can't fight back on what you're saying. Yeah, it was all him. He did something wrong. He killed those other Jedi Masters, which was a crazy pivot for the cover up, which that was the most, not most shocking, but yes,
For her guilt, like you said, they blamed it on him. So now, out of all of this, is she the only one that knows what really happened? Is she the only one left
Vanessa?
through this whole plot? Yeah, Vernestra.
I think so.
Doesn't Kiadi Mundi know, and those other Jedi that
No,
were in that room?
I don't think they
No.
ever heard. Yeah,
No.
none of them ever
Mom
know.
certainly doesn't know.
The only reason Venestra knows is because she has the that power.
Yeah.
Maybe she thinks Soul is. Maybe they think Soul is the stranger, and she told them that was the case. I could see that. That makes sense, right?
I mean, that's kind of what she said, right? Like she
Yeah.
said that
Yes.
Soul's the one that went nuts and killed
Yeah.
them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he killed himself by
And killed
choking
himself,
himself with the Force. Um,
Well, there's
That
no
little-
autopsy
yeah.
because he's on
The-
fire.
the little rat guy knows.
Yes.
The tracker.
Oh,
He
What's
knows.
his deal?
you're right. Yeah, he does. And then
Except
that
the only one
bookworm
who can
knows how.
understand him is Yord.
No, didn't the bookworm know? The
Oh,
dude?
yeah.
What's his
he
name?
seemed like
The
he
IT
might
guy.
have. Yeah.
But he was talking to it like you would, the way you talk to a puppy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, little guy, what are you doing here?
Maybe
They,
that's
they weren't really having a conversation.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like, you want belly rubs?
Because I think you're right. Right? It was made very known that Yord was the only one who could talk to him. Right? Like,
Mhm. Yeah, wing or loose. Well,
What
I
is
don't know.
Winger Lose so upset about? I missed it.
Some story. I feel like the story, there weren't big story issues, just maybe sometimes execution. Super chat from Compulsive Collector. Thank you so much for the $5. Says, appreciate the four of you doing these recap shows. It's a lot of fun listening to people who legit love Star Wars, talking Star Wars. Hey, appreciate you and everyone else being here. Appreciate your super chat. We do love Star Wars. According to Ernie, he is the Star Wars guy out of the four of us, and nobody else.
Yeah.
Not even Captain Carson Tava. Because
we just saw Paul's been
Paul-
faking. That's not even
Oh,
his
you're as
signature
phony
on
as those
eBay.
signatures.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's
Rude
not even his signature on eBay. Are you the real Paul Lee? I mean, come
Wait,
on.
what the fuck? Hold on a second. How the hell
Here we
are
go.
you roping me into some asswipe who is forging my
It's
signature?
another cover up within a cover up. Ernie's
Are
just
you
trying
saying
to cover
I
his own
forged
ass.
my own
Yeah.
signature,
And then called it out.
then
Oh, yeah.
pointed it out to everybody?
Yeah.
First of all, even if I'm forging my signature, it's still de facto my signature, Ernie. I hate to break that to you. Like, I don't understand your logic here.
Well played. Well played.
Oh my god.
It's just now I have to pull all that stuff down. I had a really good side gig going on, and
Wait,
now it comes down.
Yoko, was that the smartest thing Paul's ever said, or the dumbest thing Ernie's ever said?
Yes. Yeah.
No, you
Okay.
can't label that on me. I will continue on.
You faked your own signature.
Yeah.
It's my signature. Oh my god, that's genius. Oh, good job, Paul. That was
Love it.
that was incredible. That was incredible.
Sorry, Ernie.
Where were we?
I
Oh, but
know.
yeah,
Outrage.
thank you for
Take
the
a bit of
super
cue.
chat. Kayla is
Oh yeah,
back.
that's what it was.
Kayla is back in the chat. Kayla, it truly has been a while since you've been here. I hope you're doing well, and I hope everything's good on your end. Yes, Mackerson Vernestra did Soul dirty. Definitely an opportunist and something sketchy going on. Obviously, we'll hopefully see more if we get a season 2 about her and her. She admits straight to May. She had a former pupil gone rogue. How incredible was the acting for Master Soul Lee Jung-jae? Right to the very end, being choked out, the tear coming down on his knees, everything, put his confession, but also, it really did seem like the character was like, I'm doing what's right for you. I made this decision for you. Like, and how sad is it to see? I was hoping that he was maybe still alive with the deaths that we've seen in Star Wars. But Vernestra lit him on fire. They're like, sorry, fans, he's not coming back.
Force Ghost.
Force Ghost.
Yeah.
How good was he in this series? Anybody, feel free to chime in.
His
I thought he was
portrayal
okay.
of Soul was really cool, and I did like when he even played young Soul. That was awesome. He was really cool. I liked it. I liked it so much that I'm sorry I didn't feel that way at the end, because I felt like the show really made you try and embrace the dark side, like to see from the senator to what they did to the twins to every all the points that the stranger was making, the senator wanting to do an investigation, like him finally yelling it out, like I killed her, and I took you, I wasn't supposed to, they said you were too old. Like he admitted everything, and it's like, yeah, dude, like you had that coming. You really messed it up for these kids because they were with their family. So as a matter of fact, I think he did so good. He did his job, because I was like, wow, she did it. It really happened. So yeah. I wasn't feeling that. I saw the tear and I was like, wow, he's really going out with the teary face. But I was still like, good job, Osha. I don't know. I was all for the Sith in this one.
Richard says, would you guys like a Boba Squad drawing refresh? Either all Mandy's with Boba signet, or everyone choose a character from Star Wars that I can draw you guys. Dude, I couldn't ask for you to do that, because you've already done the enablers. And
I will. Can we
okay, here we go.
Just kidding.
I think we have Ernie here to ask.
Yeah.
I'll ask for all of you guys. Send me what you want.
Draw cool. Me as every character, says Ernie.
Yeah.
Plastic Bubble, thank you.
Rose?
Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says future Paul forged his own signature. Oh, what is future me? How's future me going to affect current me? And same for Yoko. We need to find out. Plastic Bubble. But thank you so much for the super chat again. Bad Wolf says Vernestra did Soul dirty, but I don't believe he was in a position to care. He took the Dark Knight route. He almost lived long enough to see himself become a villain.
Well, I think he did become the villain, though. Really,
he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then final scene, the little teaser fades to black, and then doors open. Vernestra comes in. Something Master
Yaddle. You don't know. We never what's in the back of the head.
I know you don't. And Adam said the same thing,
right?
She didn't. The character didn't say any words.
There you go. See?
So we couldn't tell. Was it Adam who also said this is the Grogu origin story of how Grogu, like who the parents are? Is that what he was trying to say?
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go. Yoko's like light bulb.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
After it. Yeah.
Oh, and also, what did you think of them like on the dock, and he just grabs her hand?
I
gripping that lightsaber together.
Like Ernie was earlier.
That big girthy one.
dual gripping.
you know what?
That
I
was
was-
romantic.
You do
Yeah.
it to yourself, Ernie.
Yeah, you
Nobody
did.
I
makes
guess
you
so.
do that shit. You just come
I
up
didn't
with
even
it on your own,
realize
and then
it
you
till
get
right
all
now.
outraged.
Ernie's like, pump shotguns, and he was just going like this.
Now you're
Dude,
doing
I was
it.
talking about the way that it was fighting itself, and now I just realized, wow. Yeah. Dang it. There goes a clip.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. This is like, the MCU always shows villains who aren't just like outright evil, right? They have, I guess, maybe noble intentions, but just go about it in a very, very ethically wrong way. So when I was watching this, I'm like, are these villains, or is it like that MCU kind of thing? But Trevor was saying like it shouldn't be like that. If they're Sith, they should be straight evil.
I didn't feel any empathy for the villains in this case. I think, and because I get this, and I think this is a tired trope, actually. Like all
Yeah.
the Disney villain movies. Like I am not interested in those at all. Like I don't want to feel bad for Ursula or Maleficent or whoever the heck. Like I don't care about those characters. But I guess I didn't really necessarily feel that way about the dark side. But I think it just kind of it shifts your perception based on how they're making the Jedi look, right? So
Mhm.
became seducible, like I said before.
I think
I
he
think it's-
totally seduced her.
Yeah.
He
And
did.
it is the little saber. I think he did seduce her.
I wasn't a small saber.
I think he did seduce her. That whole of them gripping the lightsaber at the end and staring off into the distance, that was crazy. Because why did they show Darth Plagueis? Why? Like, I feel that he is truly his student. The stranger is, and I think he's bringing her to her. Like they found what they created, but he needs her. So if there's a season 2, I feel we're going to see that. It was just more seduction. He's been seducing her all this time, from the naked bath to gripping the saber now to everything. I'm serious. Like, why did they show him? He's in the same cave.
Sexual
He's not-
seduction.
He's not living in the rafters, and he doesn't know.
So does he know that Plagueis is there, or is Plagueis hiding in a nearby?
That's what I'm
separate
saying.
cave?
That's his
Is the
master.
rule. So then, how does do they mention the rule of 2 in the whole series?
I think the whole song was. I don't think that twin song was about them. This last one,
When 2
they kept
become
talking
one.
about the 2. Yeah, I think he's bringing her
It
to
applies to both.
Plagueis.
He needs her to overthrow Plagueis as Thunderhouse design.
Yeah, that's generally what the
What always
apprentice
happens.
gets another
Yeah.
one. So they
But
can
why
it's
would you
a
bring her to the
master.
same cave? Why would you bring her home? Everybody
I'm
else
not
is always hidden there.
convinced that he knew that he was. I mean, maybe I don't know. I could see it going either way.
That's very Ernie-esque. You're not convinced that he didn't know him? Like, who
I'm not convinced that the stranger
See?
knew that Plagueis was there.
And I totally understood what she said right now. Totally knew.
All right. Well, I think the important part
Who's
is that
who's in your picture back there, Kevin? Because your camera keeps going to it very weirdly every
Oh,
time we keep talking
Daniel
about
Craig.
Plagueis.
Daniel
Oh.
Craig. It's a Casino Royale poster.
Oh, okay.
I think it's important, like, whether the internet is angry, just remember, like, hey, did you enjoy the show? And I think it shows that, the 4 of us talking tonight for this long, there are parts of the story where, like, hey, it's set up. There's some really interesting stuff here, right? Even if it's, a couple of flashes here, but it built towards, like, hey, what's the connection with Vernestra and the stranger? Where did that come from? And of course, now he's connected to this huge character that people, there's going to be some really big expectations from a lot of the fan base. It brought us through this story that gave us a really, I don't know, like a Jedi that I think was really complex and went through some major stuff with an awesome actor behind it. And it was just a different style of Star Wars that I think for the most part I enjoyed a lot of the story. And hopefully the outrage online from I feel like a lot of the outrage from people who haven't even watched the show, I hope that doesn't negatively affect the chances of a season 2, because I do want to see what happens with everything that they've set up. Master Soul, great actor, terrible Jedi.
Yes.
Oh man, well, Yoko, what do you think of the series overall?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the show. I think I am even more intrigued by what it set up, like you said, right? I'm excited for the stories that could come, because I am more interested in, like, sexy Sith jokes aside, I am really more intrigued by the Stranger story, right, than I was.
You've been seduced.
Yes, I've been seduced. But my one kind of problem with this episode, though, is that, like, there weren't really any surprises, right? Like, everybody guessed everything that would happen, and so
right,
like, in a way that's kind of anticlimactic for me. It's like, oh, everything happened the way we thought it would, right? So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the only gripe. Like, but they answered, like, even though sometimes there's questions, you go, how did that happen? They did answer it, but it's not always like, oh wow. It's like, oh, okay. There was a tunnel. She fell down, and there's a tunnel there, which is,
yeah,
you get the answer.
Right.
Paul, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been saying all night what I thought. But I mean, I agree with
Go back
Yoko.
and watch the episode, everyone.
Yeah, I agree with Yoko that there were no huge surprises. Like, things happen as you kind of go, well, yeah, that makes sense, and we kind of figured this was going to happen. With May, and like the whole memory wipe thing was like, okay, well, that's an interesting twist. We'll see where they go with that. But again, they're laying pipe for season 2 and onward, right? Like, they're dropping more breadcrumbs. They're laying down the foundation of what is yet to come, because there is a bigger sort of story at play here, and I'm on board for that. I'm really, really on board for that. So, yeah, I mean, again, I think I've underestimated the show, and just talking it out has been great. Just sort of like discussing it with the 4 of you and with what's going on with the chats, and it's just sort of forced my mind to just sort of think about it in ways I might not have, because I'm not clever enough to do it just on my own. And this is why I love this kind of discourse, when you start bringing up questions and talking about it and stuff. And so it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I will say the one surprise that we kind of expected was Chimere as the Stranger, which, we all thought it was a high possibility. And when it did happen, I was still like, oh, yes, I knew it. And that's awesome. But like you were saying this episode.
Yeah.
Overall, I think throughout the series, there's been some surprises, fun surprises, and, or just some question answering. Thunderhouse says that sort of means the storytelling was clear and focused, right? Yeah, if you're not watching it week after week to pick it apart, but also see it as a whole, it definitely looks like an organized, fluent story. Silver Kayla says, my dad just walked in and said, Appa, got him hooked on Kim's Convenience recently. Awesome. Hello to your dad. Ernie, what do you think of the series?
I hope that everybody can give it a chance and watch it as a whole. We've talked about this with many things, and this is what happens. Either you drop all of them at once and it's only talked about for a weekend and then forgotten, or this happens of the back and forth and, oh, well, are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And you're getting the good and the bad, comment wise, and the hate through the comments and like that. But you're right. Has anybody even really watched the episodes that are saying all that stuff, or they just keep seeing previews or going off of all those keyboard haters, in all the chats? So I hope that people have their own conscious mind to watch this as a whole and make their own decision about stuff, because I can't wait to go back and watch it all together and really see it play out and maybe catch something that we didn't. But I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed it because I was looking for more of what to become. The only thing that I kept always thinking of this is 100 years beforehand or so, right? So what can we lead up to? And I do have to say that I got shocked with the Yoda reveal because I was still under the impression that Vernestra was bad. And I thought that when the door opened and she said master, I really thought we were going to see Plagueis there. But no, it was Yoda. I did. Well, just hidden. I did. I was really like, oh, here it is. And she said master. But then again, like they said, they did good because they made me thinking that the whole time. And then there was Yoda. So
she burst in. She's like,
I
Master, we need to talk.
Either though.
Really?
Sorry. About Yoda. I figured we'd see him because he's the one character we know that's
that's what you mean. I thought you meant of her being bad. Yeah. Well, again, yes, there was so much that had Plagueis, Yoda. Yoda was another one. Like he has to be there because he's alive during this time. So everything was answered. But you know what? I'm going to go back, watch it all together as a whole. And it was the difference for this one was that fighting. I love the fighting and I was really rooting for the bad guys in this one. And that was awesome. So I enjoyed it a lot. And that's the only thing I keep telling everybody is, you know what? Go watch it. When it's over, watch it for yourself. And then I'll come back and talk to you and let me know what you think. So
that's right. Ernie's not talking to you until then.
No, I really was because there was a lot. Like, you know, the people who I talked to either at Disneyland or friends at work and everything. And you can tell really because people start mimicking what you see headlines on the internet or some of these YouTubers. They have it right in their title and they're like saying it word for word. You know, of the, oh, well, she did this and she did that. And it's like, okay. So all I would say is, you know what? When it's over and you've watched it and I've watched it and you've watched it all together, then we'll come back and have this conversation to really assess it as a whole of what you thought of it. So that's all I kept saying. Because I didn't want to get into it with everybody when you can tell they were just mimicking what they were reading, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Winger Lou says, so Chimere's back scars and Vernestra's lightsaber whip was a red herring. I don't know if it's a red herring to like it's a real thing, right?
I think it was a reveal. Yeah. Like I think that
connection.
was I think that was proven to be true.
Yeah. I don't think a red herring like to mislead the viewer.
Yeah.
I don't think it like it's an actual backstory there. Because it's on his back. But I don't think it was a red herring per se. Yeah. She was a senator? Basil said that? I'm pretty sure that was her at the end. I didn't pay close attention.
Yeah.
Weren't they all aliens? So she would have been like in a mask?
They're actors.
Chimera was a former Padawan. So something happened. I don't want to quote DK again, but
whoa, DK's being quoted now?
No,
say it. Embrace it.
He left the Jedi Order and somehow ends up with Plagueis.
You've been seduced by DK's lines.
Nope. It maths. Yeah.
Do anyone think Chimera Scars and Vernestra's whip reveal will be sexy as well? You think it was like an S&M thing? No, that's like a teacher-student thing. Oh, we don't want to see that.
That's like a master and servant thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
wouldn't he have told her though?
She was surprised that he's alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like something major happened.
Oh, I can't wait to go back and go see that part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch that now. Where you said the screaming like, ah, and he put on the helmet.
He didn't scream, but he was definitely startled.
I want to see it. I didn't even catch that. To think that he hid really fast.
You didn't catch that? It's
I didn't. Not
like one shot, quick cut, right to the other, back and forth.
I was more in the when they both felt each other and were kind of talking to each other, right? I mean, it was I was more into that. I didn't even realize that he threw on the helmet.
And then did it end with another pop song? Anyway, are they getting married? What's going on at the end in season 2? Are they going to make Super Force babies, Sith babies? I don't know. John Carmen says I'm enjoying watching this
stop.
romance between Yoko and DK blossom without
Oh my
DK
God.
knowing. She's been admiring. She's a secret
No,
admirer.
stop it.
You can quote him.
Stop it.
You know what
Stop
he
it.
said.
I don't want DK's girlfriend to come after me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes, that's fair. Yes. But imagine if it is little Sith babies and like Plagueis is like, no, not that one. No, not that one. And they all just send him to the Jedi.
That's terrible. We'll leave these for the Jedi to find. We're gonna wrap things up real quick. Johnny Cock coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Good to see you. Says thanks for the stream, squad. I hope we get more Master Soul scenes in memory flashbacks. I mean, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get more of him? Season, because the story of the past is pretty much done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are all
I think it's
done.
done.
It's Vernestra now.
Yeah.
Vernestra, something
Oh,
in her
and-
past.
And what's his name? The little mole.
Manny and the mole. Yeah, his origin story. We need that.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Wait, you know what I just realized?
What?
Only Ernie's Acolyte avatar has survived this season.
Only Ernie's?
Yeah.
Who's mine?
I
Oh,
thought you
Yord. Oh, oh my God, we're all dead.
except for, I mean, alleged, like we're gonna assume Padawan
Oh my
is still
god,
alive.
dude! If Yoda's the one to teach Padawan, oh, legit bad. I'm gonna have to start taking some classes.
Oh my god, I gotta go.
Classes. I have.
Okay, we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
So I got an early call time tomorrow. I didn't realize the time. Oh shit.
Go. We'll wrap it up. Paul, thanks. Great to have you back. We'll chat soon. Have fun
Yeah.
at work.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Later,
Paul.
buddy.
Thanks. Good to see you all again. Bye.
Bye.
He's gonna go sign some stuff now.
Yeah.
What is
The
this?
good thing his sister's still here, though.
You're still on, Paul.
Why is it? It's giving me this weird thing. I'm just trying to leave, but it says I have to leave and upload. What? Open uploads page?
Just hit yes.
Oh, hey, it worked.
Yeah, he's like, okay. That was so much trust right there. Oh my god, I would have had
What is-
10 more questions.
What is this message?
Right, because he
Like-
did not know at all. He's like, okay, am I gonna end the
Reset
show?
computer to
Yeah,
factory
and he
default?
just thought,
Just hit
F
yes.
it. Yeah, Yoko's like, just click yes. All right. Later.
I will not be held liable for what happens next.
There's no proof of it on his computer because you just erased it all.
I thought he was gonna Dario the show right now, and no, that was so fast. Yoko says, just press yes. All right.
Yoko's Mog. She's the Jedi.
No,
IP.
don't you dare.
Hey, he's got pretty fabulous hair too. He's got a little pompadour going on.
Did he?
God, that was so fast.
Manny and the mole.
Oh.
Did DK use Hey You? Oh, Hey You is fantastic. All right, friends. But yeah, Paul's got the right idea. We but we did kind of really get into the nitty-gritty of this episode and the series overall. And
You know what, Kevin? I gotta admit, this was very hard. I kept telling that to Yoko, and I've said it on other shows. Doing this immediately after, because like I can
Okay.
get like where Yoko had told us, like, are we enjoying this? And I'm like, yeah, I do like it. I don't know. It's hard to make it come out that way because of the immediate reactions.
Mhm.
I think we should definitely do like a rewatch one. I think we should tell the chat to everybody rewatch it and us rewatch it as a whole, and then come back and see if we ever thought of anything. You know what I'm saying? Just because of like, not immediately, but maybe like after Comic-Con or something. Because I think it should come back as revisited as what do you think now? Everything is settled. Did you rewatch it as a whole, and what did you think?
There is like the effect of doing it right after. That's like, oh my god, I gotta talk to somebody about this. Did you see how cool this was? That. So yeah, there is definitely a different effect when you're watching it. You take some time out, because even after like a week later, you formulate more thoughts and you have different opinions. So imagine watching a month later where you've seen the whole thing all together. But again, in the old days when we have like 5 days between the episode and our show, and I'm doing screenshots, it's like I watch it over and over and over. It's really less spontaneous, like my assessment said that I liked. So
Yeah.
It's a different
Shout out
it's
to
a
Midnight
different
30.
approach.
I miss you.
It's totally what I was thinking. Yeah.
Midnight Thursday.
Yoko's have always, when Midnight 30 was going on, you just jump in there. Oh my God. And you know, 2 a.m, though, and I still have to go to work, but I still had to type something to say, oh my God, did you? Wow.
Right.
And so, yeah, I feel that. But here with this one, I feel like we should just revisit it later. Like, you know, just what did everybody think after?
It's definitely midnight. It's midnight 37 for me. What's up, Matthew? Just watched it. 3 hours later. Recency bias, good and bad, says Bad Wolf, is very real. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Carbon freeze it for a few months and then binge and recap. I mean, what are you guys gonna watch next? Are you gonna re-watch something Star Warsy next, or are you gonna restart the series, if anything? And chat, this is open to you also. Before
I just watch anime all the time, so
oh yeah, what are you
stuck on that? I just
Are you stealing my answer?
Oh, are you 8 miling her? You're gonna say everything so she doesn't have anything?
I love Kaiju 8. I love Kaiju 7. Like, all of them are just so good. And Dragon Ball Go Tight is the one for me, but I don't know. I guess I'll throw something else in there for the time being.
Ernie watches Kaiju Numero Ocho.
Yeah.
That's the one, right?
I watch it in Spanish.
It's pronounced Kaihu.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming up next or the in between, you know? There's definitely stuff out there to watch, though.
I think I'll rewatch some OT movies. Yoko, anything? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna rewatch Anakin versus Obi-Wan from episode 3. What about you, Yoko?
I really am on this anime kick right now, so I'll keep watching that. Yeah.
Such a biter. And copied Ernie's answer.
I know. Sorry.
No, Yoko even gave me homework of a show to watch, and I
know you were supposed to watch Kaiju number 8. Yeah,
I know. I still haven't watched it yet.
Next thing you're gonna tell us you're Japanese, Yoko. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I know. I finished JJK. I started solo leveling. Still working through Unfair and 2. Yeah.
Is Kaihu is bad logic got it. Kaihu numero ocho. Yeah, season 1 is done. Johnny Cock, go binge it all on Crunchyroll right now. No code. We don't have one. Ernie, who's your favorite Transformer? Let me
Soundwave.
It is Huff.
Oh, sorry.
Huff and Puff. No,
not Huff. Soundwave. Soundwave is my favorite. Oh, Angela is still here.
Angela, yay! Whoa, Paul leaves and Angela shows up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Interesting.
That's hilarious.
Bad Wolf's comment makes me laugh because I actually found this post-it note of movies I had written down that I was going to watch before one of our trivia. It was in the middle of my work notebook, and I found it today, and I was like, "How did this post-it note get in here?" I would have never found it again.
Oh no!
And it was a whole list, huh?
Yeah. And I watched one thing on it. The one movie I had already seen before on that list was the one I rewatched.
Yo, if you guys aren't watching, wait, Yoko, you haven't seen Game of Thrones, right?
Nope, I have not.
All right, so Hot D has no interest to you unless it's about DK.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you're watching,
You said we should watch
game.
Hot
Oh, come on, that was good. Give me that. Give me that. Because there's no way you expected that. That was such a good setup. But if you're a Game of Thrones fan and you haven't started watching House of the Dragon, go watch season 1. Season 2 is also fantastic. It was one of those where like, I'll watch it later, but then I started watching it, and I'm like, every week now, Sunday, Monday morning, I'm watching that Hot D. I'm gonna rewatch that Battle of Rook's Rest, says Matthew. Hell yeah.
Didn't I see that Umbrella Academy is in August? I think. Did you guys watch that? I like that.
I did.
I watched season 1, and then didn't the ape man get sent to the moon? And then I haven't seen it since.
I was like, what? Wait a second. And then I realized you said season 1.
He's in season 2.
No, Umbrella Academy is really good.
Yeah.
I do.
And I've been watching The Boys. I have to finish The Boys right now.
I haven't watched that either. I'm not sure that one's for me.
It's gross.
Based on what I've seen, I don't think that's for
Insane.
me.
Like how
I think I'm
how
good.
crazy it is.
Yeah.
It's very crazy, but I've been there. I'm invested. So yeah. Now instead of it's gross, I just always say, wow. Okay.
Where does it go from here?
Yeah.
Yoko, don't need to watch Game of Thrones for enjoying Hot D. You can watch Hot D without Geo. That's fair. That's fair. Because the characters you don't need to know the characters because this is in the past. This is kind of like
Wow.
Acolyte takes place is it 100 years before Game of Thrones? So it's a really good show. All right, let's wrap it up. We had some cool reveals from San Diego Comic-Con or for San Diego Comic-Con. Check out the Rock Love lightsaber workshop is what I was going to say next.
Take the
That's
quiz.
going to be revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. And I will be out there next week. I'll be there for preview night. So if you're into collecting stuff, if you're not just into Star Wars, you're into collecting, subscribe here. Go check out Instagram at Toying Around. I'll have pictures and videos from preview night, the different booths at San Diego Comic-Con, panels. I will be on a panel once again. And if you want to support the channel for more content, go to patreon.com/toyingaround. I will have behind the scenes from San Diego, exclusive videos over there. And I'm looking to grab a couple of exclusives to do a patron giveaway when I get back. We'll do another live stream and draw one lucky winner. So patreon.com right here. And then again, follow the channel for more content coming out in the upcoming weeks. Yoko, what else is going on with you?
Not much. We've got Ernie's pre-birthday celebration on the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Oh my God. So come join us
How
for
did
that.
you hit that button when both your hands were in the air?
He was so ready.
Like
We
that?
didn't even have that scripted. He had no idea I was going to say that.
What
But he was ready.
is there a foot pedal or something worse?
Okay.
Could be worse, but yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
So once again, Ernie's pre-birthday celebration tomorrow, Fallen Fett Chronicles, 6:00 Pacific time. And I think that's probably going to be it for me before San Diego Comic-Con next week.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned at Yoko McCann on Instagram, YouTube, etc.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Ernie,
Yes, dude. Birthday celebration going down tomorrow. Fallen Fett Chronicles, 6 p.m. We didn't even make a post today. Jeez. Tomorrow.
we
Go
in that
tell all
country?
your friends right now. Okay. Yeah. I've never made a post. Yoko
Yeah.
didn't even make a post today. Jeez. Yeah. Like that.
it's literally
way it
all
goes
you
down.
have to give him for his birthday, Yoko. Is make
Yeah.
a post.
Yeah.
No, for real. So it's finally
You
my
guys can
turn. We
super
had.
chat drinks for Ernie's, and you can specify what drink he has to drink.
Yeah.
Pepto
I will. Yeah. We did
No.
Yoko's. We can't wait for that video. Kevin, you got a reminder
Yeah.
when we're all out, dude, that
You
she
think I
has
wanna
drinks.
forget about drinks?
We had Evil Divas and we spent the day at Disneyland, and now it's my turn. And I will be there Thursday, following Adam around like a little errand boy. I would be his personal assistant for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. Just
Oh, watch it.
look for me around the show. I will be there Thursday for sure. That's at the con. I will have stickers on me and like that. So please, yes, say
Like on your
hello.
body?
Stop
Stickers
us.
and like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Jerky,
Literally
hopefully.
on him.
Probably,
Oh, yeah, that's
just
right.
if you see Adam, you'll see myself. Yeah, see, look, I got mine too.
Say what's up. We got
Because
stickers.
Adam will be in you, right?
Yes, Adam will be in me. Yes, it's gonna be Adam all con. So
In a baby Bjorn.
Oh,
So
I could
very
totally
deserving.
carry him. I could. I could. It's gonna be amazing. So Thursday for sure, I will be around Comic-Con. So please stop, say hello tomorrow, pre-birth, and then that's it. That's what we have going on because, like Yoko said, I have on call and work right up until Comic-Con. So no shows will be going on, no nothing. So
Very
tomorrow's
nice.
it. Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody. I'm gonna try and do interviews and take stuff too with my camera. So please, when you send super chats tomorrow, I'll get the front screen of my iPhone fixed so that I can video stuff around there too. And then we'll see how clear that comes out. We'll go from there.
Nice.
It's gonna be a party.
Thank you for that.
welcome.
Thank you for that refill. This Thursday, one more episode of Unboxing Thursdays before I head out to San Diego. I think it's Cheney, Between Two Sentinels, Toy Daddies, everyone who's staying at our content house, I think will be, whoever's available will be hopping on because we're staying in one big Airbnb in San Diego. So I thought it'd be nice to, not break the ice, but chat a little bit before we get to San Diego. That's this Thursday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank everyone. Yeah.
That's all your guests on Thursday?
That's all my guess.
Everybody in the house is your guest for Thursday? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a big show.
Well, whoever's available, but yeah, it should be good. That Airbnb is going to smell like farts. I mean,
For reals.
anywhere I
For
go.
reals. Yeah.
Every other city we go.
I'm not jealous at all.
Farts and tortillas. Ugh. It's
Racist.
crazy.
But thank you
Tortilla
to
slap?
Oh, slaps because of slaps.
Wow. You just went there, Kevin. Now you got to fix that.
Not my words.
You went
Not my
there.
words.
No, I was there for the slaps.
You didn't specify.
Well, DK's not going to be there, so the bathroom will not be an issue for him, John Carmen. But always love the DK callbacks, especially from Yoko. But let's wrap up tonight. Thank you for everyone who's watching, everyone who are channel members, everyone who sent a super chat tonight. Again, thank you so much. That all goes towards the new camera equipment for San Diego Comic-Con. But look out for some really great snazzy and sharp footage coming out of California, and enjoy the rest of the channel, and of course exclusive behind the scenes videos from Patreon as well. Yoko, where are you taking us home to tonight?
Where am I taking us home to?
Yeah,
Come into my Sith cave with me.
Okay.
What?
And then?
What? I don't know. I threw myself off. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, so the channel knows you care. More importantly, so Kev feels good, because that's why we're all here.
I like feeling good.
And stick around, or don't stick around because we're leaving. But stay tuned is what I was trying to say for the next gathering of the Boba Squadron, because who knows when that'll be, but we'll be back one day.
Oh, that's right. I'm leaving on Tuesday.
Somehow we will return. So.
And don't forget to get some really great gear from Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains. Go to heroesvillains.com and save 20% off your order with code BOBA20.
Shout out to the homies.
Yes.
Stackable for big discounts.
This is Stack.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is like Make It Rain.
And you gotta
This is
clip my
Make It
Sabine
Stack.
bit, right? Like that was gold, I thought.
The Sabine bit?
Yeah, from Enablers.
Oh yeah, Enablers is tough. We'll figure it out. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a great night. It's been great talking to you for this entire season, the series, and hope you had fun chatting with us as well. Have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace. Can you sing the R&B song that was at the end of episode 7?
Ernie, that's all you.
I don't even remember it.
Like,
Something about two
It's like-
or something.
It's like
Yeah.
1, you're like a dream come
oh yeah,
true.
that was it.
Yeah. 2,
Two, I'm gonna
Just
twin
wanna-
with you.
Ugh.
3.
3,